Hello, everybody, and welcome to the San Diego Comic-Con wrap-up spectacular live stream here on Soundout12 Live. We do not have any time to waste. There is 11 pages of notes for this stream. We are going to go through pretty much everything that I could find that was relevant to what we talk about on this channel when it comes to Comic-Con news. Let's introduce my co-host. We got Ryan. Oh, Ryan's over here. I can't point. Well, Ryan, say hi.
It's time for Sound, the movie.
Yeah, that's like the Snyder Cut movie because it's gonna be long. And Kaus, welcome.
The proposal.
So we're gonna go through things. I would like
to
do.
Also, as the pin comment said, no Deadpool Wolverine spoilers, please.
Correct. We're not gonna discuss Deadpool and Wolverine spoilers because, frankly, we don't have the time. The short answer is we don't have the time. The long answer is we don't have the time. So. We're not going to talk any spoilers.
Just a quick, we love the movie. I think we all agree we all love the movie.
This movie was like everything I wanted and more. I loved it. So
it was a good love letter to the Fox stuff. So,
it's your birthday present, Kaus.
Yeah. Kaus had a great birthday weekend with all the stuff happening. Yep. Anyways, Deadpool and Wolverine, absolutely loved it. Just, that was the kind of movie I needed right now. It was amazing. Second piece of business. There will be no stream next week because I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to the Vegas Star Trek convention, so I'm not going to be here next Monday.
Depending on the length of the stream, it'll make up for that.
Yeah. So we're going to do double length stream today, and then no stream next week. So it's going to be a heck of a good time. We're also, just to keep everything on track, and we're not going to go on tangents, there's so much news. We're not going to be looking at the chat as often for responses. Of course, we got the chat running here, so you guys have your say. You can discuss things as we go along. We just won't be doing as many like random chat shoutouts as often. But if there's something you absolutely want to ask us, you can super chat it.
Yeah.
Which sounds like bribery, because it kind of is. But if it's super chat, or if someone joins as a member, we will shout those out. But otherwise, the chat will be running. But we won't be looking at it.
This would go too long if we did that.
Look, you need the money. You need the money for what's been revealed.
Exactly. There is a lot of stuff. So everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. We're not going to do the individual shout-outs just because we need to keep things rolling today. But thank you very, very much, everybody that's going to be watching today. And if you can hit the like button, it helps the stream a whole lot, helps it get out to more people. It's going to be a big stream, big deal kind of day. Now, to make up for not responding to the chat as often, I will be doing periodic polls throughout the stream, so that way you guys can vote in the polls, which will be super fun and engaging. So, on that note, we got to get rolling, because there's a lot. Let's start off just straight away. Let's get to the news. First things first, this week on the channel, or last week on the channel, I did my every Deadpool and every Wolverine figure videos. If you haven't checked those out, those are super duper fun. I also did 2 shorts last week, 2 comic-related ones, because it was, Comic-Con week. And we had a super massive one-shot review and a look at DC Compact Comics, in case you were wondering, what those are like. Update on the McFarlane Toys Sea Saucer and Bat Multicraft crowdfund. It has 9 days to go. This is the last time we'll talk about it while it's active. It has raised $136,000 of its $600,000 goal. So I'm stamping this as probably not making it, but good luck to anybody that's backing this. All right, and then the last thing, Hasbro PulseCon has been announced for September 13th, 2024. That is a Friday.
So we're going to do a return of the Friday stream for that one?
I got asked in the Discord if I would come back and stream PulseCon all day like I did last year. Totally feel like doing that, so if you guys are up for that, I think that'd be a good time. Because I did enjoy that, just kind of sitting all day, just chatting. We had people come in and out. I think that was fun, so I think we might do that again. So mark the date.
Hopefully I could be staying at home that day and not have my adventures outside with my phone mic, my headphone mics.
How dare you have adventures in the outdoors? Somebody asked the chat, are we covering non-Comic-Con news? Yes, because I am the maniac. It's just we gotta get our weekly Bandai fix, right?
It's our canon event. We can't escape it.
We can't escape it. All right, first up, we got Mafex and Revoltech. First of all, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man has hit Mafex. I think the head doesn't look as good as the Hasbro, but the body, of course, is more articulated.
Specifically, this is Amazing Spider-Man 2, not No Way Home.
Exactly, yeah.
The classical loophole.
Classical
that's right,
loophole.
That's right. They have to do that.
We're also getting Nightmare Joker from the end of the Snyder Cut, in case that was something that you wanted in your life. There you go. Okay. Revoltech-wise, Tsukumo Yuma and Astral is the next Revoltech Yu-Gi-Oh! Release. This is going to be Yuma and Astral in one set for 15,000 yen. And Astral is articulated in the arms and head.
He's like from with Ralph, like from Sandland and such, where it's more of a posable statue than anything else.
He's kind of like it's like a figure and a half, basically. Cool, and then if you order it through the Kyoto store, you get an extra expression for Astral, as well as whatever this blank page thing is. I didn't finish Zexel. All right, next segment.
He has a stand?
It basically is kind of a stand, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, here's our weekly crisis event called Bandai's Announcements. Bandai, there was also Wonderfest, by the way.
Yeah, it was Wonderfest.
I'm ignoring all the Wonderfest stuff. It's just a little too much. We're at the we're just at there's too much news. So, first things first. Here's what Kamen Rider Gav's actor looks like. His belt is confirmed to be an organ in his body, so that's going to be interesting. And going alongside this, the Kamen Rider Gotchard movie released in theaters in Japan this past weekend. So the Daybreak version of the Gotchard driver is coming out on P Bandai. It comes with multiple cards, including Hopper 1 Steamliner, Shining Hopper 1, and Shining Steamliner in their Daybreak versions. It also works with the Gotchard Igniter. That is coming out in December for 8,800 yen. There is also going to be the Daybreak Gacha File and Daybreak Kimi Card Complete Set in November for 19,800 yen. This includes not only a binder, but all the Kimi Cards Daybreak versions in the ultra rare rarity included in one massive set.
Also, this section is sponsored by Spin Dash.
This section is brought to you by Spin Dash because he translated a lot of this stuff. If you're a fan of Blue SWAT, you can get a 30th anniversary complete edition of the Dictator. This toy was famous for having loadable bullets.
And that fire out once you fire, it springs out. From the top,
original toy was motorized, and the casings would shoot off. So if you're planning to import this, don't.
Don't bring it outside if you do.
There was a SMP event this weekend called SMP Union, so we got looks at SMP Boltaurus from Ginga Man, as well as the robot form and the axe that will be included, as well as the Lights of Ginga armor on Gingayo, and the Lights of Ginga armor on Victory Mars. So we got a nice, bonus thing going on there, because that was never possible in the deluxe toys. Also, there will be a Black Gingayo, which is not too surprising. That's one of the more famous repaints that we got back in the day.
Did we get that in America?
We did, actually, I think. I think it was FAO Schwartz. Anime Heroes is going to be releasing Denji and Puchita as its next Chainsaw Man release.
Wow, I missed this one.
Affordable Denji.
This went up on Big Bad Toy Store like an hour ago. So
okay, I was like, man, I missed that one. I'll keep track of that stuff.
Yeah, it just went up for pre-order Big Bad Toy Store. It's Denji and Puchita for like $20-ish bucks. So that is our Bandai news. Next up, we have SH Figuarts news.
For now, because there's later Bandai stuff for Comic-Con.
Yes, there is stuff that was shown specifically at Comic-Con. There is SH Figuarts news. Some of this will overlap with Comic-Con. This is what you call having a structured show. That is how we do it here.
Who knew?
Who knew we actually do have structure? We're not a chaotic mess, I promise. Say that in 2 hours when we've been going too long.
It's been nice to clarify. We got 24K version at FAO, but the colors weren't the same pattern as the going black.
Okay, so it was a little bit different than...
Wasn't the exact same.
Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't the exact same colors. But I knew we did get something gold-related with... I know we also got straight-up Gingayo as an official Schwartz exclusive. They just, slapped a label on it and called it a day. You could say it was the first Nippon edition Megazord. Sorry this is taking a minute. There's a lot of Figuarts news. All right, here we go. Where are we at? Oh, I left the Yuma tab open. All right, here we go. Click. The next Kaiju number 8 figure is Soshiro Hoshina from Kaiju number 8. going up for pre-order August 1st, releasing in December as a retail release. Of course, he includes his mask, his 2 blades, all that good stuff, plus a special expression for Kaiju number 8, because Bandai has never met a line that they didn't want to make a scavenger hunt out of. Combinator Fire Gotchard has gone up for pre-order on P Bandai in Japan, as well as P Bandai US and some other regions. What's interesting to note is that the blue parts aren't chrome this time; they're just painted, and I'm totally cool with that because the
fingerprint magnet.
Chrome is fingerprint magnet. SH Figuarts Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine will be going up for pre-order August 1st. General release item, and he of course comes with his different expressions. And his claws, and his mask.
He has the mask. Yes,
that's what I wanted. He's got the mask. So pretty cool, pretty loaded out. It's the first SH Figuarts Wolverine to ever be released. There also is an SH Figuarts Deadpool from Deadpool and Wolverine coming out in December as well. This is very much, I think it is a brand new mold. I don't think it is an update. I don't think it's just reusing the previous Deadpool.
I was just going to ask, is it the same?
Well, no, because the suit is new. There is some difference seeing the differences between the two. The movie 1, 2, and 3 suits.
The notable thing here is that he comes with like 20 hands. So
also head pulls here.
And also head pulls here. And head pulls not a spoiler from the movie. He was the popcorn bucket at some theaters.
Yep.
All right.
So you look at Marvel Legends behind the boxes.
SH Figuarts Shanks and Monkey D. Luffy Youth has gone up for pre-order. Is a Bandai exclusive in Japan. It is a U.S. retail release though. This is Shanks from the early part of One Piece. He does come with both arms. You do get option.
Don't worry. You can yank it off.
It's nice to see youth for Monkey D. Luffy and not get hit with the Goku mid.
Yeah.
no, Monkey D. Luffy early.
Yeah.
Early.
The Luffy's not articulated, but of course Shanks comes with a face for the Dawn of Adventure Luffy. And so he's stacked out, and then the Luffy can fit the hat as well. Pretty cool looking release. I won't lie, I actually ordered it because I think it looks really cool. Speaking of One Piece,
want the Shanks actually, yeah.
I like early Shanks too, specifically.
Yeah.
Roanoke Zoro, Dawn of Adventure.
It was also before he became a brick wall of his body.
That's true. Roanoke Zoro, Dawn of Adventure, probably my favorite Zoro look, I think, still to date.
That background's definitely not included though.
Yeah, that background's definitely not included, but he does come with 5 faces for him and 1 for Luffy, in addition to all of his swords, and the third sword in his mouth can be alternated in direction.
I'm impressed he can do the poses, though.
Yeah, I'm really happy because...
it's much better than the previous Zoro, who was a traffic cone, practically.
Yeah, you get any of the post-time skip Zoros, and he's got traffic cone problems, but you get early Zoros, and he can, pose really nicely.
The anime heroes are slightly better, but, I heard nothing but bad things about the Figuarts Mono Zoro.
Personally speaking, I'm kind of all in on the Dawn of Adventure releases, and I can't wait to see Sanji and the others.
Yeah, it's honestly really cool that they're doing this. I wonder, we talked before how Bandai America and Japan are more synergized now. I wonder the reason why they haven't done time skip stuff, because the Anime Heroes stuff is already done all that stuff. So I feel like that's the third case scenario. Okay, who knows we ever get time skip Nami in figure form.
That's true. All right. Son Goku Mini from Dragon Ball Daima is releasing in October. Goes up for pre-order August 1st. He is a cute little guy. All that GT work they did has been revolutionized into this form.
I definitely want that Goku.
And he's really affordable too. He's 3,900 yen, so he's gonna be like less than $40.
I do like that note because I think some people don't realize that Mini is not the same as Kid. It's chibi. He's chibified, not Kid Goku.
Yeah.
Same with Vegeta, who's releasing in November for 3,960 yen.
I'll say Vegeta needs the worst one to translate from the mini design. I don't know, it's this giant noggin.
Yeah.
His head is gigantic. And then for some reason, Piccolo is 7,150 yen, probably because he has a cloth cape.
No, you mean Green Beelzebub?
Green Beelzebub, yeah. Piccolo's cape is cloth and wired, though, the same way that the recent Team Gohan was.
Yeah, like the Gohan.
I think it's the first Figuarts Piccolo to have that, I'm pretty sure.
Does this come with a stand or no?
No.
I don't think so.
They don't come with stands?
They don't come with stands. Bandai's not nice like that. The villain from Dragon Ball Daima is also going to be getting an SH Figuarts release, as seen at San Diego Comic-Con. Also, there was a little press release put out for the Dragon Ball Daima merch lineup, which includes trading cards, the Figuarts, keychains, But it does give us our look at the Dragon Stars Goku and Vegeta minis, which I think I think the Vegeta looks nicer than the Figuart. He looks more
Yeah.
proportioned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
they actually do look really nice. I'm glad Goku comes with the power pole and everything with
Mhm.
that.
These are scheduled to release in January 2025. There also will be a role-play version of Goku's Power Pole.
Which
So-
is the first time ever, I'm pretty sure the Neon Pole ever got like a roleplay toy.
Yeah, and it looks like it extends and it comes with a holster.
That's great.
They're also, I just wanted to point out, they had Figuarts on display at Comic-Con, not any like major reveals aside from the Daima stuff that we just talked about, but this unhinged Luffy display was really funny to me, because it's like, huge selection of parts, collect all of Luffy's different faces, and it shows all of his faces on a different Luffy's, but then it shows all the figures you have to buy to get them. Yeah.
Man.
They don't display the individual characters. They display all the different Luffy's and the character you can get them with.
Also, it's funny, too, because they show Grinning Face on Raiden Onigashima Luffy as opposed to Dawn of Adventure Luffy, which is the one that it's supposed to go with, because that comes with Dawn of Adventure Nami.
I mean, it's nice to know that it's compatible. Like, you can mix and match.
It's all
Stuff like
one
that.
face system, so all these faces should work on both Luffy's. All right, and then rounding it out, if you were wanting to get any of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, the Goku Gohan, the Jiren, the Trunks, the Kakashi, or the Godzilla, they are up for pre-order on Bandai's pbandai.com. So if you're on pbandai US, you can go pick up like the $100 Kid Goku and Goku
as
set.
Bandai said, the DLC wall.
Yeah, the DLC wall. So anyways, that is available now. So if you guys are looking for those exclusives, they are available. Now for SDCC.
Huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it was like $100 to recreate that eye catch. Like, wow.
Yeah. All right, so the way I've structured the Comic-Con news for everybody out there, I have put it in alphabetical by category, so alphabetical by franchise, essentially. So I apologize, Ultraman fans, you're going to be at the end. It's just how it's going to go.
You're at least you're not Gundam
Blame the
fans.
letter U for being all the way back there.
Exactly. And yeah,
At least
some franchises will only be talked about at the very end and the other section.
Oh,
So, of course, this means we're starting with DC Studios. DC Studios is James Gunn's studio section of Warner Brothers that he's working on DC stuff with. And the logo was revealed as bringing back the old DC Star bullet point logo of my youth, of many people's youth, because this was used for like 25 years. Welcome back, DC.
I think some people misunderstand. I think this is specific the logo for Pacific DC Studios, not DC as a whole.
Right.
I think they're still using the current DC logo.
DC as a whole is still going to be using the current DC logo. This is just for DC Studios. And I'm cool with it because it brings me back to any point in time between 1976 and 2005.
For me, I grew up with the Star logo. That's my favorite DC logo.
Mm-hmm. Couch, do you like this logo? Couch went MIA. Moving on. Sorry. They put out a trailer for Creature Commandos, the upcoming animated series.
Also, to point out the DC logo, it was shown in the Comic-Con that it has a Pacific Superman animation.
It has the Action Comics #1 Superman design, then it flips over to the DC Studios logo.
I really hope that changes for each hero, such like that.
That'd be super cool. All right, Creature Commandos, which is the first James Gunn DC Studios project, released a trailer. We're not going to talk about it deep. I hated it. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I absolutely hated it. Because this is not Creature Commandos. Even in the text of the dialogue, this is just Suicide Squad but monsters.
Yeah.
I'm over the Suicide Squad. I'm 1,000% over the Suicide Squad. And the Creature Commandos are not the Suicide Squad, and yet it's led by Amanda Waller, who hires Rick Flag to bring these people together because they can't use humans anymore in the Suicide Squad. I love the monsters, but the Creature Commandos have a different vibe than the Suicide Squad, and this just came off as Suicide Squad but monsters. And I know that sounds petty, but I just did not like it at all.
I would say I think that I really like the animation style. Honestly, I think the animation style is what I feel like the Tomorrowverse was trying to do, but it's just better.
Yeah, it looked good. It's just I don't have any interest in watching it. Like, that's just the plain and simple short answer on it. Of course, you guys can watch this trailer for yourself and make your own opinions. This is just mine. I think I'm so over Suicide Squad that it's just... I'm just over Suicide Squad, you know. That being said, I hope it's good, and if it is good and people tell me it looks good, then I'm going to be like, okay, maybe I need to watch it, you know. But yeah, it's Rick Flag Sr., by the way, guys, not Rick Flag Jr. Also, we don't know how canon James Gunn's The Suicide Squad's supposed to be. So,
I mean, if he said that Peacemaker Season 1's not canon, so if Season 1 Peacemaker's not canon, I don't think the Suicide Squad's canon.
Yeah.
Then
it's a very confusing reboot. But anyways, Creature Commandos comes out in December. All right, My Adventures of Superman Season 3 is in production, so they showed us some production art. They have confirmed Superboy is showing up, which means we now have all the replacement Supermans in place from Reign of the Supermen, so I expect Reign of the Supermen.
It's got to lead... I feel like the finale is going to be Death of Superman, which is going to be really tragic for this universe then.
Yeah. Also, in the image here, they showed an updated look at the villains in the opening. Lex is bald.
Bald Lex.
Deathstroke got upgraded too, which is pretty neat. And then they recreated Abbey Road, but with the main cast of the show.
Look at them. I love them. They're so great.
They are the best. And then rounding out our DC Studios side of things, the Penguin is going to be Batman in Batman Caped Crusader, but the Penguin will be a woman named Oswalda Cobblepot. And I have no notes besides, could we have gotten a better name than Oswalda?
Yeah, I know. I could just I already seen those videos already pop up.
it's just asking for trouble, but I think the idea is cool. I just think Olga Cobblepot may have had a little bit better of a ring to it. Oswalda just is too many syllables.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to DC Comics. The thing is, people talked about, who won Comic-Con? Who won Comic-Con? I gotta give DC credit. I think they had the strongest lineup of announcements outside of toys in their comics division.
Yeah, in terms of the comics, I think
specifically in comics, I really, really, really like a lot of what they talked about at the comic panels throughout the weekend.
Yes, except for one for me.
We were going to talk about all of them because, for better or for worse, this is a news show. We can't just not talk about it, right? I will say, too, that I did see that the Batman Caped Crusader is getting good reviews, so I'm hoping that that it is good, because I actually do want to watch it, despite me just wishing we got something fresher. And I want to see how they say Oswalda, and how many times do they say Oswalda, or do they just call her Oz, like the Batman did, because they were like, we're not calling him Oswald all the time, we're going to call him Oz. And then the subtitles, every time they do subtitles for Penguin-related stuff, and the Batman, the subtitles put it as Oz as OZ, and I'm like, he's not a wizard. That's just my brain going off. Okay, sorry, there's a lot of DC Comics news. I'm trying to just wait for Twitter to load all these things. Also, shout out to DCU World on Twitter for, like, gathering a lot of this. I had trouble going to, like, traditional comic news sites and finding this info, so shout out to DCU World. All right, Mark Waid and Dan Mora are going to be doing Justice League Unlimited, new monthly Justice League title. Mark Waid has talked about everything being on the table, as in there's going to be a huge roster of characters. There's a new Watchtower satellite with multiple rooms. They're going to travel using boom tubes. They got a Phantom Zone inside of it. They got Quarters of Solitude.
Do you know, as Dan Mora said, this does not tie into the DCAU. It just has the same name.
Just has the same name. But from what we've been hearing, may have a similar vibe. It's possible it's going to have a rotating roster, which would be really cool.
I will say, I've seen because you got your usuals, but you've seen Black Light, and that's cool. Seen Star Sapphire, like, has she ever been part of a Justice League? It's really
Star
cool
Sapphire has never been part of a Justice League, but I actually like that instead of just throwing in the Green Lantern of the Week. Like, there's Star Sapphire, we got Captain Atom, Batman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Superman, Black Lightning, also Martian Manhunter, who's not on the front cover, or on the first cover, but he's on the second. And there are other characters confirmed to be in this as well. I'm super excited for this because Mark Waid's one of my favorite writers. Dan Mora is one of the best artists in the industry.
I mean, it's just World Finance Justice League edition.
Exactly, and I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with it. Next up, we got some details about Absolute Wonder Woman. Diana is the last Amazon and the world's first superhero, which I think is really, really cool twist. She's not just a warrior, she's also a witch, and she was raised in hell as opposed to Themyscira. She rides a giant black metal skeleton-winged horse. She's armed to the teeth like we've never seen before. And Hayden Sherman says he's honored to draw Wonder Woman alongside Daniel Semper, who's doing the main book.
I mean, this, like, people, Dark Knight's death metal was supposed to be like the metal version of these characters. That sounds more metal than some of those variants.
Super
in
metal.
that book.
I'm gonna pick up issue 1. I'm gonna pick up issue 1 and see.
I mean, it's Kelly Thompson writing it.
Yeah, it's
so.
Kelly Thompson. Absolute Superman #2 has an army of peacemakers fighting Superman. So just in case you were tired of Peacemaker, you can't be. He's never going away.
Army of John Cena's.
More details on Jason Aaron talked about Absolute Superman. He said the book is about looking at the original concepts of Superman and asking what it'd be like if it was created today. Grant Morrison did that in New 52. It's just like the Batman thing. We've done this before.
It's Snyderverse. It's Jeff Johns.
Yeah. He said the universe is about him being all alone and not throwing Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman together immediately. Things don't work out the way they're supposed to, kind of thing. Also, interesting point, Superman grows up in Brazil in this version, which is not on any of the reports, but people that were in the panel were talking about it.
Batman.
Still not jazzed about
Batman.
this. Let's talk about Batman. Absolute Batman is in his 20s, 6'6", 250 pounds, and is a city engineer. He is known as the Batman who lifts.
I'll say, this one, honestly, hearing that gets me more interested checking it out, because that just sounds more unique than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Alfred is going to be an MI6 agent with, like, cool tech and stuff. And there also will have Black Mask in the comic as a main villain as well, which is pretty cool. Scott Snyder said, "What's different about Absolute Batman? He's way bigger. Everyone keeps writing me to saying the Batman who lifts, because he's huge. He's massive.
Unit. I love it.
Yeah, I like how they put, like, here's a normal person and here's Batman. Also, there's a cool thing
big.
that came out of the Ashcan edition, that Batman's ears are detachable as, like,
I love
projectile weapons. So he can have long ears or short ears.
That's so cool.
I dig it.
And you already know Todd's finding a way to make that action feature.
He's probably already working on it right now. Next up, Absolute Flash is going to be by Jeff Lemire and Nick Robles. We only got this piece of art that does confirm it will be Wally. That's the only detail we got so far, really. I couldn't find anything else on Absolute Flash besides it's coming and it's Wally. Absolute Green Lantern, though, will be written by Al Ewing with art by Johnny Lindsay. The book is confirmed to feature Hal, John, and Joe. But according to Scott Snyder's complete reimagining of the property, as good as the Immortal Hulk and the best thing Ewing has ever done, in his words, the series is a reimagining, but it'll stay true to the idea of folks that turn willpower to bring light to the darkness, and this pitch was greenlit 2 years ago. So there's some artwork of the Green Lantern that's the main Green Lantern. I don't know if this is supposed to be Joe or if it's supposed to be somebody else. Because they mentioned Hal, John, and Joe separately. I think this is supposed to be a new Green Lantern. But we'll see.
I can't wait. That's what I'm looking really forward to see.
It's the absolute title I'm most looking forward to.
Oh, it's Al Ewing, so he's another writer that I always want to check out his work for him.
So we talked about how DC asked if we were all in when they announced their flood of books, and now they have a reason for us to be. Stores that sign up with a program will be doing a promo through Lunar Distribution, and this was at closed doors at an event, because there are retailer and industry events that happen at this convention, not just fan events. So there's a thing that says customers that purchase 4 different all-in titles each week will receive a Justice League membership card for free. The goal is to get customers to come into stores every week by giving them an extra reward. And so week 1 will be Batman, week 2 Superman, week 3 Wonder Woman, week 4 Justice League membership card. And then they're going to have, like, in November, another promo, and then there'll be a Dark Side glow-in-the-dark card. So kind of like if you go into your comic shop and you're picking up a lot of books, you can get a free bonus as part of that, and I think that's super cool. That's how you get people all in. That's how I'm like, oh, I only got 3. Maybe I'll just go pick up Absolute Batman because I need a 4th. So, pretty cool stuff. Next up, there is going to be the Green Lantern Civil Corps Special by Jeremy Adams, Philip Kennedy Johnson, and Salvador LaRocca. This will be a one-shot special that bridges Absolute Power and the main Green Lantern book, which will be shaken up by Absolute Power and this one-shot for a while. Pretty cool. Also, the Justice Society of America has escaped the cold, sweaty hands of Jeff Johns. For those that don't know have context, Jeff Johns has been writing Justice Society since like 1999. And nobody else has gotten a chance to write the team, pretty much.
He wouldn't let it go.
He wouldn't let it go, and he's still not letting it go because he hasn't finished Justice Society: The Golden Age. But when that is done, Jeff Lemire and Diego Orletegui, we're going to go with that, will be doing a new Justice Society book, confirming that there is characters like Wildcat, Alan Scott Green Lantern, Jay Garrick Flash, Dr. Fate, Hourman, the Beth Chapel, Dr. Midnight, Obsidian, and Jade, as well as Hawkman and Hawkgirl. Sign me the hell up. I'm so excited.
I love it because I love that it's not just the old dudes, it's all their kids also in this book.
Which was one of the better ideas that Jeff Johns had, which was like mixing the two together. And I like that Jeff Lemire's like, let's just do it. And I'm so excited. I'm like, let's go. Hyped. All right. Ram V and Evan Kagel will be relaunching New Gods with New Gods #1, described as a story about fatherhood. Mr. Miracle and Big Barda will have a child. Not sure if it's the same child from the Tom King Mr. Miracle series or someone different. There's going to be a heavy focus on Orion as well. The art, we've got Orion, Big Barda, Mr. Miracle, Metron. Looks like Highfather as well. New Gods are amazing. Incredible set of characters that get underutilized. So, like, let's go. Let's get some New Gods stuff. And then rounding it out, we have a new Milestone Universe book, The Shadow Cabinet, following up, I believe, from Icon vs. Hardware. At least it should have, considering that book ended on a cliffhanger. This will be done by Joseph F. Iliage and art by Daryl Banks and Adegun Ilan.
All right.
Couch, you back.
It is described as the Avengers Endgame of the Milestone Universe. And this will be coming out November 5th, issue 1. And you can see that one of the covers has Anansi on it. Anansi was a character created for the Static Shock cartoon, who showed up in a Static Team-Up issue that was included in the Static Shadows of Dakota trade paperback and hardcover, and now he's in the main Milestone universe properly, going with the Shadow Cabinet. And this first page has Rocket following up things, it seems, from the end of Icon versus Hardware.
All right.
I'm really glad
that's the DC Comics announcements. Let's roll a poll.
I'm really glad because I was really worried the Milestone Universe was like done because they haven't got any new updates for a while.
Giving them something, not just like letting them die and.
Yeah, I was really worried they haven't got anything new for a while. It's like I'm glad they're back.
All right, here we go, guys. You get these amazingly long, thought-out answers. You get amazing. Okay, so how were the DC Comics news? Amazing, great, bad, or don't care? I will also say Penguin had a new trailer, and they confirmed Penguin was going to be in the Batman 2, but I felt like that was a non-news story, because why would you make a Penguin show if he wasn't going to be in the sequel?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just kind of like, I thought that was a no-brainer. It's one of those weird things where sometimes they're like, we confirmed this, and I'm like, wasn't that implied? Guys, we cleared through 4 categories in a half hour or so. So go us.
Look at that.
Yeah, we're off and rolling, guys. Yes, they did confirm the Batman Part 2 will be filming next year as well, for a 2026 release, I think. Which feels a little far off, but that's how movies are made. There's other stuff to keep us busy in the meantime, you know.
Imagine.
Can you imagine if there wasn't anything? Quick? They're just like no Batman until then.
Well, that too.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to give the poll about 10 more seconds. All right. The DC Comics news, the audience has voted. 57% said great, 31% said don't care, 10% said amazing, and 0% said bad out of 19 votes. Yeah, good times. Good stuff, guys. I'm glad. I think they did a great job. I think that they really put the comic in Comic-Con.
What's this? What's this? The comic convention is actually about comics? What is this?
People are like, oh, there was barely any DC or Marvel news. I'm like, yeah, if you only pay attention to the movies and TV shows.
Movies.
All right. It's G.I. Joe time. So Hasbro brought their G.I. Joe, A game again, because they just kill it. first things first, at the Hasbro breakfast, we saw Starduster. Starduster was originally a figure in the 90s as part of a cereal mail-in promotion, which is why he comes with this tiny cereal box. I love that they keep doing this.
Okay.
And it's also why I
those
dub him.
old days where you had to send the UPC code of your box.
Yeah, it was one of
Yeah, I
those.
remember those.
Yeah, the coup. Yeah, that's also why I also call him Mirror Universe Duke, because he's just a Duke repaint.
He is 100% down to how the original toy was. The other thing that's cool about this is that he is a PulseCon exclusive, which I think is a perfect fit for him. I think it's perfect as a PulseCon exclusive. A little bit special, but not anything essential, like if you miss it.
If you get him and put him down the G.I. Joe rundown, you must have a clip of you eating cereal.
I mean, how many times can I eat cereal on this channel before it becomes, like, my thing, right?
They are Smarties.
Now, prior to the panel, they launched the Cobra Rattler Haslab, which has already got 11,680 backers, still has 42 days to go. They've already unlocked the first tier. So what is included in this? Well, we have the Cobra Rattler ground attack jet. This is, they've structured the Hasbro Pulse website a little different. This is a full-scale...
I hate the update.
I do, too.
It's like,
Have you ever tried to cancel an order through it? It's a nightmare. Anyways, So going through this, we have the Cobra Rattler, a 2-seater giant ass plane. It is 33 inches long, 9.8 inches high, 32 inches wide. You can fold up the wings, which is really, really nice. I think that was super cool. Jeremy Carr, there will be more polls, don't worry. The wings do VTOL up, just like the classic version does. They do have the light-up displays on the inside. They did say they figured out...
What actual movable joysticks, which is insane.
Movable joysticks. They did say they figured out how to get rid of the hot spot on the LED, so it looks like it fills up the entire thing, which is just amazing. The figure that's included, of course, is Wild Weasel. He comes with 2 different helmets, one that's full and one that's broken. Also, this is the first time in 40 years that we have ever seen Wild Weasel's face.
Face. Yep.
He has a face. Did you guys? I had no idea he had a face, but he's got a face. Adding to this, of course, it's going to come with like just a ton of weapons. 12 removable pylon weapons. The gunner seat also has lights in it. There's all kinds of incredible detail, like you can open up the engine covers and stuff. The stand will allow you to attach it to float. The stand also has a tray to pull out and put stuff in.
Which I love. I love having the little shelf in there.
Yeah, the little shelf is great. Adding to this, there is an alternate panel. You can pull the panel off of the Rattler and put on this battle damaged one, and there is a light behind it to look like it's on fire.
Which is great.
They're just killing it. This is amazing. Cobra, so the first unlock was the Cobra Airborne Squadron patches, which was kind of a funny thing to include, but kind of neat. You get 3 patches. Unlock 2.
A nice little bonus.
A neat little bonus. Like, we knew it was going to clear at least the first one. I think they knew too. So the second one, which will unlock at 14,000, which give it a week, probably will be there. This is the Cobra Rattler Gunner, who will come with a bunch of accessories. Unlock 3 will be a Baroness in a pilot suit. And they did give her high heels this time because they said, well, she's a pilot suit, so she's got to sit most of the time. So that's pretty cool. Plus 3 hair pieces and a helmet.
I'll say, seen Baroness with a ponytail. Seen Baroness with a ponytail. That's new.
Yeah, we've never gotten a ponytail Baroness, really, before. This thing is stacked. It's incredible. I will probably back it if I can recoup money in time for September 9th.
People send your super chats. Join the memberships.
Join the memberships, send the super chats, watch the videos. It all helps. I really would like to get this. It's $325, and it closes... it closes
that
September
price
9th.
of what you're getting. I mean, what you're getting for just a base package is pretty impressive for that price, honestly.
And for context, that's the Hiss Tank and the Dragonfly were $300 each, so this is not too much of a price jump. But you do get like extra details, like the fire effect thing in the door, and it's, I think wingspan wise, it's got the same like wingspan that the rotor span on the Dragonfly is, but it is a bit bigger.
Is it bigger than the Sky Striker?
Oh yeah, because the Sky Striker was 3 3/4 inch. So this is much bigger. It is 6 inch.
Yeah.
All right. So, at the G.I. Joe panel, we got reveals of the Action Marine, the Action Pilot Halo Jumper, who will come with a working parachute.
I love these anniversary action doll figures. They're so cool.
It's really cool. So he's going to have a parachute. It fits inside his backpack. It pops out. They said they don't recommend you use it as a parachute, but
don't eat your figure. Don't eat it.
There also is the Action Marine Sniper. She comes with 2 different heads, as well as an extra helmet and hat options, and camouflage that actually works pretty dang good. Because at first glance, I couldn't see her in the grass. Super fun. Love that. We also got the reveal of the Cobra Claw and Pilot. The Cobra Claw is the kind of crazy wing pack thing that is coming with a pilot as well, and she comes with 3 heads. That was just a digital render. We also got a digital render for Leatherneck. Leatherneck looking pretty cool. Plus Raptor. Raptor is completely redesigned. He is Cobra's tax guy. He does the taxes for Cobra, but he also dresses up like a giant bird. Except now they made him cool and badass, and I don't know how to process that information because he always was the lamest figure.
Like he looks so because the wings on I look at the wings on MCU
his
Vulture
wings are better than
Falcon
and Vulture.
Yeah, it's so cool the way they can pose. He can do a cool shield defense look. So cool. I was so impressed looking at this figure when I was on stream.
Road Pig and Ruckus is going to be the next partner pack. Road Pig is a dreadnought.
Dog.
He comes with a dog. He's got all kinds of cool accessories.
He's a big boy.
Big boy. Very cool. We also got a Steel Core Commander and Twilight Guard 2-pack. Nice army builder. That's a Pulse exclusive. The rest of the stuff's retail as far as I know. Digital render of Xandar, who is the sibling of Zartan and Zarana. I call him the Forgotten one. He's the forgotten middle child, even though he's the youngest brother.
That's a design from Energon Universe.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sure, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, they just gave they gave that team this figure early, probably to base that off on.
Yeah, based on how they said Nemesis Immortal was just based on the toy. We got some in-booth shots of some of these figures looking very, very nice. Some of these went up for pre-order, but not all of them. I know Road Pig did. It's just really cool.
Raptor and Road Pig, I'm pretty sure, went up.
Yeah, Raptor, Road Pig. I only ordered the Steel Core and the Twilight Guard 2-pack because I want to afford the Rattler. I don't want to buy retail G.I. Joes right now.
Makes sense.
It was funny, too. They talked about this Night Force 2-pack. They said, going up for pre-order on Friday, the Night Force 2-pack. And I was like, no, I ordered it 6 hours ago.
I ordered already.
But they look really nice. I could go through this gallery forever, but I think that's pretty much covers it. Next up, there was a reveal at the panel. Sergeant Slaughter showed up to reveal the Transformers Collaborative Cup as the Triple T with Sergeant Slaughter and Leatherneck, and we will look at that in a bit, in like an hour or two, when we get to Transformers. All right, Energon Universe had a panel. The G.I. Joe related reveals on this panel was the look at some of the covers for issue 1 coming out, I think it's November, right?
Yeah.
For issue 1 of G.I. Joe, including Baroness on the Joe team. Check out that free Comic Book Day special if you haven't. We also got a look at some of the characters, including Baroness Duke and a new Joe named Risk. We finally got who this was, because we saw him on the cover before, and we didn't know who he was. Also, CoverGirl and Stalker. And there's also a Mars Industries exclusive variant that was given out at the panel. The Stalker having 3 different looks, I think, is pretty cool. So we're going to see different looks of characters. Risk is described as a cage fighter who doesn't get along with some of the Joes. So it's kind of cool we got a new character in there, and I hope he makes his way into Classified, because
I really want the Joe Baroness. I want the Joe Baroness especially as a Classified figure.
I think we're going to get more and more, because they're clearly working together already, which I think is great. All right, let's do another poll. Let's start a poll. G.I. Joe reveals. Amazing. Great. Bad. I don't like fun. No, that's me. Don't care. I'm just curious, like how much of the audience cares about some of these topics. That's also what's kind of like, we're doing viewership surveys basically while doing this. Which I think is super
I like
fun.
the what I was trying to say earlier about the Rattler with I like that thing. I wish I had $325 for it.
Yeah.
Also the fact that when you first said the name, you know how I flip things in my head.
Mm.
I didn't hear Haslab Rattler. I heard Ratlab Hasler, and I was like, what?
Ratlab Hasler sounds like a really cool like band name.
Like you said that, or like a discount or a C grade like Batman villain.
Yeah. No, pretty cool stuff. Let's see. Let's give the poll just like another minute, just to process. What we're gonna do while the poll goes is I'm just gonna like stand up for a minute and then sit back down so that my blood flow keeps working on my legs. Master Ben says, "Soundout, you're making me want to go all in on GI Joe." Good, mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's me. I've been getting to more GI Joe and more customized scene. Like I want to get them, but Marvel Legends taking half the money already.
Yep. Do I have legs? Yes, I do. All right, I'm gonna end the poll.
You're not a puppet.
Not a puppet yet. Just give it time. Like, where's my poll results? YouTube, come on. I ended the poll. Where are the results?
I see them.
Okay.
42 don't care. 38 great. 19% amazing. 0% bad.
All right, cool. Oh, there it goes. Now it popped up. What even are legs? All right, next up, indie comics time. We had some indie comic stuff, so I wanted to do this. I won't do a poll for this just because I think this is more for me.
Too broad.
It's too broad.
Also too broad.
Gail Simone is writing a Spawn comic. Specifically, Gail Simone and Todd McFarlane are going to be working to tell the origin of She-Spawn. Jessica Priest has been around since like the beginning of Spawn comics, and she's never had her origin like described. And
just exists.
Yeah. So, anyways, Gail Simone's writing it, which is great. Todd himself said Gail decided to come on board and give us an origin of She-Spawn. I thought it was important to get that story told from the vantage point of a female, right? Instead of a white cracker male dude. Todd McFarlane, consistently in the past and working towards the future at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Todd is such a weird guy. Speaking of weird guy, here's Todd. Todd has been doing the turtleneck sweater at conventions lately.
I kind of love it.
Kind of dig it. All right, so there was a McFarlane panel. He talked about that they're working on the movie.
Specifically, this is McFarlane Comics, not McFarlane Toys.
Right,
that's later.
We'll do McFarlane Toys later. McFarlane Comics. He said McFarlane noted that he keeps the $2.99 cover price as a sign of loyalty to Spawn fans, and pointed out how Rat City, which was a recent book that started, was taking off as it recently reached a 4th printing. I love Rat City, by the way. It's a really
That's
cool
great
book.
to hear.
And they confirmed that an action figure of Peter Kyron from the main character Rat City will be coming. There's going to be a toy, which is exciting. They also reconfirmed She-Spawn as well at this panel, and there is going to be a comic about the Freak. And Todd said, "What if the Joker became a hero instead of a villain?" Is basically his thought with the Freak. Oh, and also adding to this, upcoming titles will also include No Home Here, a Violator miniseries that goes into Violator, if you care about that. Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger is described as a badass western, which sounds like Gunslinger Spawn getting a second comic is great because I love Gunslinger Spawn. He's my favorite. Also, David Desmalkian, actor and also writer, is going to be doing a comic called Knights vs. Samurai that's going to be done through Todd McFarlane's stuff. Desmalkian said it's a heavy metal fantasy, and he's been getting mentorship from Todd McFarlane on doing this work. The panel closed the entertainment news as McFarlane said he had 6 different TV shows in varying degrees of development. This man never stops, guys. And he talked about the King Spawn script for the movie with the work of screenwriters Scott Silver, Malcolm Spellman, and Matt Mixon, and basically said that it's coming out at some point. So that was pretty much the McFarlane Comics panel. Image Comics and Black Market Narrative announced that the No One comic and audio companion podcast is going to be made into a movie. And this is like my favorite thing ever. So for those unaware, if they haven't seen my short talking about No One is a murder mystery series that was 10 issues. And all 10 issues had a companion true crime podcast style podcast that was in universe and went into more detail about the mysteries and all the things that were going on. And at the end of the podcast and the end of the comic, without any spoilers, a box of tapes is delivered to the news publication that is video of what happened. And then the news publication says in the podcast, we're going to produce a documentary. And then now a week later at Comic-Con, we got confirmation that is actually happening. They're going to be doing a documentary that's going to include, it's going to be, Kyle Higgins described it as including the story that you've seen from different angles than what are in the comic and the podcast, and it will answer questions that were left hanging from the comic and podcast series. This sounds amazing.
That's really cool. So, I mean, is no one part of the Massiverse, or
It is.
no?
It is part of the Massiverse. It just hasn't had any crossover stuff. It's just
it's our first Massiverse movie.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be done as a documentary style. They put out a little preview video, which isn't in this article for some reason. There's a preview video out on the YouTube channel that has no one speaking about what's happening, which is a live performance thing. So I think it's going to be live action as well. I'm curious to see if any of the cast from the podcast are going to be playing their same roles in live action, because I think that'd be super cool. Great stuff. All right, Dynamite Publishing and Warner Brothers have teamed up for more comics. Dynamite has been doing Thundercats, Johnny Quest, Space Ghost, and apparently that partnership's been going well, because they announced more, including Ben 10, Captain Planet, the Herculoids, Thundar the Barbarian, Dynomutt, and Blue Falcon.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
That's hearing this hearing
Yes.
to see Ben 10 come back again in comic form. That's made me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's gonna be a continuation of either the original timeline reboot or his own thing, I'm just happy to see the franchise back alive again with this.
Me too.
Man,
And I love that
I
it's not
love
all
Herculoids.
Hanna-Barbera this time, right?
Yeah.
Captain Planet, though, I'm excited to see what they do with Captain Planet. You know? Like, the stuff they've done with Space Ghost is amazing.
If they have a good writer, you know?
Yeah, they have a good writer and a good artist on it. Ooh,
Technically, Thundercats was Rankin Bass.
Thundercats was Rankin Bass before it got absorbed into Hanna-Barbera channel of Warner Brothers. But the thing is, I haven't really loved the Thundercats comic, if I'm being honest. I like the Chitara comic, and I really like Space Ghost, and I'm picking up Johnny Quest because it just seems cool. I'm excited to see more of this because Dynamite's picking up. They're doing some cool stuff.
Cause I know Dynamite's doing Powerpuff Girls comic by Kelly Thompson. So this is, I think, Ben 10's her second Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it would be the second Cartoon Network one.
So nice to see.
Yep. All right, next up, Mega Man comics are coming back. Udon Entertainment has picked up the Mega Man comics license to release books in 2025. They had a cover art showing multiple iterations of Mega Man characters, which sounds like it's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, this is great to see. This is specifically the original classic timeline from Classic X, Zero, and ZX and Legends. They note they couldn't touch Battle Network and Star Force because that's a multimedia company. Those part of the franchise have multiple companies involved with them, like Bandai and such, because that was a multimedia market stuff instead of just games.
Yep.
So that's why they can't touch those. But it's great to see Udon touch it. Where it's again adaptations are his own thing. I can't wait to see and such.
And then rounding out our indie comics news.
Yes, Mateki Legend is original timeline. It's the very end of the original timeline.
It's like a Metroid Fusion kind of thing. Well,
yeah.
Now it's become Metroid Dread. Damn, my references are out of date. In case you guys have wanted more Pacific Rim but are given up hope on any more movies or TV shows, like I have, Pacific Rim Final Breach is going to be an official graphic novel sequel to Pacific Rim and Pacific Rim Uprising. The actual URL on Kickstarter is Pacific Rim 3.
I forget, the Pacific Rim the Black was a separate universe, right? Or was that
different? It was the same universe. It took place after Uprising.
Okay,
but it was kind of a side story. It wasn't like a major.
It was a very self-contained story. So yeah.
So Legendary Comics, who's done a lot of things through Kickstarter, I've backed a bunch of stuff through them. They do the MonsterVerse comics as well, of course. They are going to be doing a Kickstarter for this, and I expect them to do an oversized graphic novel that fits right next to my omnibus because they did that with Godzilla and Kong, and I really like that. So good to see that there is at least something in the world of Pacific Rim. All right. I think we're going to go on a brief intermission just for me to get up and stretch because we're hitting the first
Breathe.
hour. Get up, stretch, and breathe, and I'll prep the next segment, and we'll be back in like a couple minutes.
Next time, on the next segment, we will cover
Jada Toys. Where's my... Oh, there's my...
To the Jada.
Boom. We're back in it. Welcome back.
round two. Round two. Fight.
Was that long enough?
I don't know if that was a long enough break. We're just going to keep going. Will my outfit change? When this shirt gets too sweaty. It's hot in here.
You need to see. Silent one day will have the ability to Wonder Woman spin to change outfits.
Yes. Spin Dash, don't tell me about Blu-ray news dropping in the middle of the stream. I got too much as is. But send me the link. Like, DM me the link. I need it. Anyways. Jada Toys had their booth showing off all kinds of amazing stuff. Jada are, like, the best, guys. I love them. So at the Street Fighter booth, we got to see... I guess we'll just go through everybody they've shown so far. Dulcim, Guile, Blanca, Chun-Li, Ken, Ryu, Balrog. Balrog's new. Cammy, Sagat, Vega, M. Bison. You can just guess what order I said those in, depending on your region.
I think was it Sagat or Vega that was new?
I think it was. No, I think both had been shown before. I think it was Balrog.
No, T-Hawk. T-Hawk was new.
T-Hawk is new. Yeah, T-Hawk DJ. And I like how they put T-Hawk DJ and Cammy and Fei Long together because they were the super editions.
The new challengers.
They had Evil Ryu and Violent Ken, which were some of their exclusives. So that was on preview night for Street Fighter. Also on preview night, we got closer to production versions of David and Lucy from Cyberpunk Edge Runners. They said
it's the guest kid from Guilty Gear. Right?
Yeah.
They showed the really awesome packaging for these. And said these are going to probably be out by the end of the year.
So I haven't seen the Cyberpunk anime yet. So are you supposed to be based off anything in universe?
The packaging?
Yeah.
They kind
Are they based?
they're kind of sort of based off like what the drink shapes are in Cyberpunk,
Okay.
but not anything like directly. They said they want to just give them a cool angular package.
Okay.
I
So
believe.
is that like Street Fighter where they're in like the arcade style packaging?
Yeah, I do believe in a previous interview a while back. This may change, but I believe David was supposed to be $40 and Lucy was supposed to be 30. I think something like that because they have soft goods for all their clothing. And that they're planning to do one big figure, one small figure per wave. We also got Mega Man updates. Ryan, you're up.
Yeah, so the big new ones. Okay, so day one. Where is he? It's a new Mega Man variant on day one. They revealed.
Let's see. Oh, this one with the little.
The Gemini. That's Mega Man with the Gemini laser from Mega Man 3. Because Wave 1 and 2 are Mega Man 1. Wave 3 is Mega Man 2 theme, and now Wave 4 is Mega Man 3 theme. Gemini Mega Man comes with Beat the Bird, who's Rock's bird pal. So why is it doing him first and not Rush? So I guess Rush has to be his own toy because he's a big dog.
Mm-hmm.
So that was day one reveal. Because Jada for the first was it all 4 days or just 3 days?
Yes, they put something new in the case every day.
Every day.
Yeah. All right, so Tony the Tiger is the next food mascot, and sign me up. I need my Tony the Tiger to go with my chest.
Yeah, they are making Kellogg's versus Street Fighter reality.
Yeah, new age of breakfast.
New age of breakfast. I'm hyped for Tony the Tiger. All right, next up, Shaggy was in the booth on preview night behind a bookcase, and people almost missed him because he was so hidden.
I'll say I really wish these displays they do for Jada are really nice. I kind of wish they'd sell them as our own like little diorama set.
It'd be cool if they did this with a Shaggy Rojo.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
You know, red shirt Shaggy.
Man, that's eventually like exclusive. But yeah, they got the Scooby license.
They got the Scooby license. They are going to be doing one Scooby Gang member and 2 monsters each wave. So Creeper is going to be also in wave 1. He was added. The monsters will be including alternate heads of unmasked heads, and then an extra mask for the Scooby Gang to hold.
The whole, which is great.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's the first time ever.
I would have done it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Yeah. I think it's the first time ever the Scooby-Doo license ever got like posable, highly posable figure. Because
this is the first time the Scooby license has gotten collector toys.
Yeah, because I think before most Scooby-Doo toys usually just have arm, head, and waist. Never really legs. Like
friggin' those old Dragon Ball Z figures, the battle collection ones.
Yeah,
like your usual Bandai Savubi style articulation usually.
Yep.
And such. And
they said these are already in the tooling stage, so they're going to be out very soon.
These look pretty final. Like I know, like because compared to previous Comic-Con, like where Jada showed off their prototypes, you can kind of tell they are very early. These look pretty close to final, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, next up, E Honda was added to the booth.
All right.
We got Falcon Tech Super Chat. Hex goes when. I mean, if they keep going with the Scooby license, they're definitely gonna eventually do the.
They said just like with Street Fighter, they're starting with Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And they'll expand after that. Just like with Street Fighter, they said they want to finish Street Fighter. They want to finish Ultra Street Fighter 2 before moving on to another game. But if they keep selling, they'll keep making them.
Mm-hmm.
So E Honda was added next. He looks amazing.
Big boy.
Is that finally all the World Warriors at least?
Oh no!
No?
I mean,
yes.
not yet. No, we need. There's 2 more.
Okay.
At least one more for World Warriors.
I think these are all repeat photos. Moving on. I have so many links, guys. Proto Man got added to the booth.
Wait, do you have Snake Man?
Because I missed Snake Man. I don't know why he.
Yeah, because day two was Snake Man. And then day 3 was Proto Man. So that's your.
Proto Man actually looks kind of cool.
No, I'm gonna get Proto Man. I'm not buying this line all in. I have Mega Man. I'm gonna get Proto Man though.
He looks like he has a soft goods scarf, which is great.
He does.
Yes.
Yeah. So Wave 4 is gonna be Mega Man 3 theme with Gemini Laser, Mega Man, Snake Man, and Proto Man. That's great. I love he looks great there.
The Mummy from Scooby Doo is going to be the other monster. So Wave 1 is going to be Shaggy, Creeper, and Mummy, which is great. Zangief is the final World Warrior, though.
Yep, that's our final base roster Street Fighter 2 figure. They
still haven't made him yet?
Zangief may be bad guy, but Zangief is great figure.
He is big. He is big lad.
And then to round it out, Akuma.
Yep. Then there you go. That's the whole Street Fighter 2 roster right
now
there.
the only thing left to be revealed is Akuma's front.
Yeah, I love the aura effect. The way how they did the aura
sick.
effect on the arm there.
Yes.
I want to put that on a rogue figure.
It does.
Yeah.
But anyways, that is it. That is the entire Ultra Street Fighter 2 roster.
That's impressive. Like,
which is just incredible.
Really
Jada's doing great.
That's like, I think, one of the only times it's ever happened, because I don't think Soda ever got to do T-Hawk, right?
I think he was. Yeah, I think he was one. No, he was like the one of the last figures they released before they lost the license.
All right, bring on Street Fighter 3. Let's just go in order.
Yeah, or Alpha. 3 or Alpha, either or.
3 or
like,
Alpha.
I'll take.
I'm in. I love this line.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The other. Okay, keep going. I'm just gonna. You guys get flyby Street Fighter pictures while I look for the Cyberpunk ones. Cyberpunk got updated through the weekend. Main and Rebecca are Wave 2. It was interesting because Rebecca's guns were in the background. I thought she would be the next one they put out, but they actually put Main out first.
He's a big lad.
Again, one big figure, one small figure. Now, will we get any more beyond these 4? I think we will, because with all the other Cyberpunk Edge Runners merch, they have done David, Lucy, and Rebecca, and then just stopped. So the fact they have Main, I think, means that the next big figure is going to be Dorio in the 3rd wave, and then maybe Rebecca's brother in Wave 3. Maybe we'll get. They did say they're thinking of doing a pre-time skip David as well.
Yeah, well, he's not all buff up.
Yeah, Swole David's from the post-time skip. So.
Yeah, I mean, could they also do David in that big? What's that? Well, the power armor, the one that has that ridiculous plush. I see good smile.
I'm sure they could. It's just a matter of they think the sales are there for it. But I'm all in on this, guys. I'm all in on Edge Runners. I'm all in on Scooby Doo. I'm all in on Street Fighter. I got a problem. It's called these figures are too damn good. That's why I can't do the Mega Man line, because I just don't care enough about Mega Man to buy everything from Mega Man.
I do wonder with Cyberpunk with the license. Who's in charge of that? Is that CD Projekt Red or
CD
Trigger?
Projekt Red, yeah.
Okay, so so it just
because they still I think because they own the IP.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Yeah, that
right.
they go to.
Poll
yeah,
time
they go to that.
While I get the next segment. All right, so let's see. I'm curious.
You think eventually Jada would do a mystery machine?
They got asked if they would do a mystery machine. They said, "Well, we have experience making vehicles. If you guys didn't know,
yeah, because
Jada started with like die-cast toys."
It's Jada Toys as a company is so interesting because for the longest time they were known as the metal people. Like they made those weird metal figurines, which they still do. It's honestly impressive. They still do.
They still make them. They still make their cars, and they still make their
metal figures.
Little metal figures, yeah.
So
yeah,
it's impressive.
Super impressive. I gotta tell you, Jada Toys. Everybody was like, they came out of nowhere with the Street Fighter. I'm like, no, they didn't. They made some really great Universal monsters.
Monsters.
I was on them from the jump. You know, I've been like cheering their praises from the top. All right, let's talk Jakks Pacific while we run the poll, because this is a short segment. Jakks Pacific did have a panel. I'm not talking about Mario, because that line's just 97.89% reissues. They did confirm Neo Metal Sonic, which is not shocking considering.
I mean, you can find him in stores now. I still haven't.
Wave 18 will include Classic Metal Sonic and Classic Amy. We had not seen Classic Amy before this, I believe.
Yes.
There is a 2.5-inch wave, which includes Fang and Flicky, and a 2.5-inch wave that includes Rocky.
So yeah, only one new Flicky for that wave.
Yep.
Army build the Flickies.
Then for the Sega line, we're getting the Were Dragon from Altered Beast. Who knew we'd even get one Altered Beast figure, let alone two?
Let alone the other.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. You know what's funny? Yeah, we got. Dragon Man. We'll get to Dragon Man when we get to Marvel Legends, but you got his little brother here.
Yeah.
All you need now is the bear and the golden werewolf.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to do it at this point. I mean, Golden Werewolf's a shoe-in because it's the same mold, right?
I just repaint. Yeah.
Yeah. But then, the shock I found was Rue from Streets of Rage.
Oh,
keep
nice.
I keep forgetting Tech is not the way one with boxing kangaroo.
Yeah.
Remember, to unlock Rue, you had to beat his master without beating Rue, and then he would just run away.
It's crazy, isn't it? I love it. So those are the next two Sega figures at Walmart. Also exclusive to Walmart will be will be the Metavirus arc Sonic. So Sonic getting attacked by the Metal Virus. And our first figure of Froggy is the Zombot Froggy. And for those who have played every Sonic game, they're like, what the hell are these? IDW comics, man.
This is our first ever IDW Sonic figure.
Period.
Like I was
Really?
freaking out.
There's never anyone before this.
Nope. Like
Wow.
Tango, like characters like Tango Whisper got like plushes and little like keychains,
But not figures.
Figures. I was freaking out when I saw this, like, because like, oh my god, they're doing an IW figure because now the doors have opened. The doors are open pretty much. It's like, you know, it's like hopefully that means the IW characters are fully available for them now. I was like, oh my god. Again, I'm not surprised. They're kind of running low on main characters at this point.
Oh my god, you know what I forgot about until someone mentioned it in the chat?
What?
The Mondo panel.
Oh yeah, there's some cool reveals at the
Mondo
panel.
had like, I'm gonna put it in the MOTU section, guys.
Yeah, because it's mostly
it's mostly MOTU, but we will talk about Mondo because they had some amazing reveals too, and I somehow missed them.
Yeah, but I can't. I was like, the Metal Virus Sonic has to be my highlight of the toy. Like there's a bunch of great stuff, but like specifically like
for the Jakks stuff, I think this was like, because this just opens the door, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ending the poll on the Jada reveals. We're not going to do a poll for Jakks because it was just too short.
Mm-hmm.
The Jada reveals.
61 amazing, 25 good, 12 don't care.
All right. Oh god, it's Marvel time.
Marvel, baby.
It snuck up on us.
All right. Do we have the elephant yet or not yet?
We're gonna start Marvel Studios. We're just gonna rip the Band-Aid off. All right, guys. No spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine because they didn't talk about stuff that's related to that. Marvel Studios had an SDCC
was a separate panel. I think that's why.
Yeah, it was a separate panel. They showed the movie and then spoiled stuff, and I got a little spoiled. But whatever. Moving on. All right. Here is the updates for the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies at the San Diego Comic-Con panel.
There was no series news, right?
No series news. Series will be talked about at D23 in 2 weeks. I want a Daredevil trailer. Okay. So we got updates on movies. Let's leave the big one for last. Let's just start small. Captain America: Brave New World. They showed some new footage. I won't get into it because spoilers, but there wasn't really anything groundbreaking here.
My favorite thing is they describe the scene of Harrison Ford becoming Red Hulk in the movie. And I love the way how certain tweets describe it. It just sounds like Harrison Ford can just do it.
And you know what? Harrison Ford walked out onto the stage and just started roaring like a Hulk, and he was just having a blast.
You see, this is what happens. This is what happens when a company gives you millions of dollars.
Yeah,
your paycheck.
And what's great is that Harrison Ford was asked, "Oh, how was it doing the mocap for Red Hulk?" And he said, "I've done a lot of dumb things for money before, but it was fun."
I love how honest he is.
I love how honest he is. He's just like, "This is a paycheck gig, but I'm having a blast." The voice director for Secret Life of Pets 2 was sharing a story where he said like, "Oh yeah, Harrison Ford came in the booth to record for Pets 2, and we kind of just expected him to sort of phone it in, to be honest. But he was like, 'Do I need to do these dog sounds?' And they're like, 'If you want to, otherwise we can get someone else to do it.' He's like, 'No, I'm going to do it.'" I love Harrison Ford. He's great. There also was some updates for Thunderbolts : I don't know
why is it called that?
I don't know what's the colon. Kevin Feige's kids said it looked like the Walmart logo, so even they're roasting it.
I hate that.
Colon cleanse. There you go.
Yeah.
Such a boring
asterisk,
logo.
Not colon. That's an asterisk, not a colon. God.
That is an asterisk, by the way, but yes.
Thunderbolts asterisks.
So this is coming out next year? Because I keep forgetting this is a movie.
This is next year, and this is May 2025. That's right. Captain America's February 14th, 2025. Thunderbolts is May 2nd, 2025. And then Fantastic Four First Steps. Thank you for giving it a different title. My God, you have no idea how hard it is to Google up Fantastic Four stuff.
It's the opposite of Superman. I really wish they kept the legacy name for that film.
I know. Unique titles, please. The Fantastic Four First Steps will release July 25th, 2025. They start filming Tuesday. However, they did film some production stuff, some costume test stuff, which they did show at Comic-Con. So they are up and running. And Galactus is a giant dude. He's not a cloud.
Like the purple suit, which is great.
Yes.
They
And the
also showcased the
Fantastic Car was shown on stage, floating across the stage, hanging right above the actors. And I thought if that thing dropped, you wouldn't have a movie anymore. Very excited to see this movie. This is the one I'm most excited about. They also confirmed Michael Giacchino's doing the score, so I'm like, oh.
Like everything about
making it
this
for
movie, like I think I think everything they've shown off for this movie is like has the most promise I've seen for an MCU project.
It's the most exciting thing. All right, then we have the big news, which is that the next two Avengers movies will be Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, coming out in May 2026 and May 2027.
Somewhere there's a variant timeline where we still got Kang Dynasty this year, next year.
And the big announcement, which you probably saw because it just broke the internet for multiple reasons, is that Robert Downey Jr. was announced as playing Victor Von Doom in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. And I honestly have no idea how to feel about it because it's so confusing and baffling. I can't process it and need to see it in context.
Like, is it a stunt casting to get people back in the seats? Yes.
Yeah, it worked.
Would have been nice.
Do you guys see how many views that video got on Instagram?
Yeah. Would it be better if they got a Romanian actor? Totally, definitely.
Yep, absolutely.
But I do think there are people out there getting a little really too gatekeepy with this
People
announcement.
Are getting too heated about a movie that's not coming out for 2 years. And may I remind you, in 2022 is when we found out Jonathan Majors was playing Kang. A lot can happen in 2 years, okay?
Also, though, I mean, the fact that people are comparing Robert Downey Jr.'s drug troubles in his past to woman beating is kind of ridiculous, people. I can't believe we had to say...
Robert Downey Jr. did his jail time.
He did pay his...
Yeah. And it also was, he harmed himself. He didn't harm others. That is a very fine line. And he also didn't do it while he was Iron Man. That was all settled before.
Matter of fact, didn't Iron Man say, look at that? He's finally cleaned himself up.
No, Iron Man,
Feige and Favreau had to fight Marvel to cast Robert Downey Jr. Because they were like, no, he's too much of a risk. And they were like, no, he's turned his life around.
Yeah, RDJ, I think, has said multiple times that the Iron Man film saved him. I think is from, and it's a so yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Also, I've been calling him our Doomjay now.
Our Doomjay. Yeah.
I will say my biggest complaint with Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom is that it does feel like it dilutes Doctor Doom a bit because all people are going to see is Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., and not Doctor Doom, right? But as always, we're going to wait to see how this plays out because I can't do anything else but wait and see. There's no reason to get worked up and get insane about it right now. I'm looking forward to Fantastic Four. Let's see how the rest of this stuff turns out. That's where I'm sitting at. Also, give me a Daredevil trailer. I have singular focus. I'm give me my Daredevil, give me my Fantastic Four. I'm fine. I'm still riding high off of Deadpool and Wolverine, so that's it. All right. By the way, guys, for anyone who has ever wondered why didn't they stick with Kang, isn't he an important character? No, the hell he ain't. I hate Kang. All my homies hate Kang. He sucks. He's never been cool. The comics have never made him work. They've tried recently. Recently, they started making sense of Kang, but only recently. He's never been a main villain.
I was saying that JMK is making me think Kang is decent.
I've always wondered why outside the comics they try to push Kang for SummerSlam so hard.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes I think was kind of the start of that because they wrote actually good Kang.
What they did was they got rid of his stupid variant problem.
Variant. They just make it Future Man. That's it.
Man from the future tries to kill the Avengers is pretty much all you needed to do. You didn't need to make Kang this huge, complicated thing. Now that being said, while whatever happens in the MCU happens, it does not affect the comic books, except when it does. And we'll get to that because I have thoughts. Let's go to it. All right. Marvel Comics time, starting with Star Wars, because we live in weird times. It's published by Marvel, that's why I was like, let's just leave it here. Star Wars The High Republic, Fear of the Jedi, will be the beginning of the end for the High Republic. It's the beginning of the end of Phase 3, and it's going to be starting out in February 2025, so that's cool. Next up, there's going to be an all-new Spider-Girl introduced in the pages of Spider-Boy. And can we get another name besides Spider-Girl? This is, I checked, the 13th one in 616.
I know.
Wow, that's too many.
Yeah.
It's
Please eliminate 10.
Yeah, I want those people that likes like the Spider Crew, like Peter, Miles, Gwen, Silk, Ben Riley, Kane. I like those people, but like I think Spider Boy and this new Spider Girl, I think is really stretching it at this point.
It really, and having Superior Spider-Man running around right now too at the same time.
Oh yeah, that too. I just ignore that.
I ignore a lot of the only Spider-Man comic, the only 616 Spider-Man book I'm reading right now is Spectacular Spider-Man, just because Greg Weisman's writing it. I don't even like it that much. I just like Greg Weisman.
Greg Weisman's writing it?
Yeah, Greg Weisman's writing it. And I'm like, oh, it's got Spectacular vibes. I actually don't think it's that good of a book. I just kind of enjoy it.
That's why I dropped it. I took issue 2. I wasn't vibing it.
I haven't been vibing with it. I also haven't been vibing with. Actually, we'll talk about that later. Sometimes some writers and characters just don't always work together. All right, Deadpool got a movie this year, so naturally he's been killed off in the comics. Happens all the time. Happened to Kamala. Happened to Doctor Strange. We do this. It's a thing. Deadpool's had a daughter for a while in the comics, and she's going to be she's going to be stepping into the role of Deadpool in issue 7 of Cody Ziegler's run, starting in October. And she's going to be joined with Taskmaster, who's been training her, and Deadpool's symbiote dog. That's a piece of a Carnage symbiote that got attached to him and turned into a giant dog. And he also did a Chainsaw Man reference of this dog, which is pretty rad. So
I think it's really cool. I like the fact that both Logan and Wade have daughters that took up their mantle. I think that's cool. Mm. That's cool to me. I like that.
Yeah, she's been around for a while, but she's going to be working with Taskmaster. I've been enjoying Cody Ziegler's Deadpool run so far. Marvel Unlimited gave us the first 3 issues all at once, so I was like, oh, I actually like this.
I heard good things about it. I might check it out, honestly. So starting with this. I
really liked Alyssa Wong's run on Deadpool. I like this run so far.
RX-0, why does Marvel kill off their hit characters? Money.
Money. All right, next up. Here's your new promotional pamphlet for the MCU. There is a comic that features MCU characters' first appearance in the main comics. Okay, I like the TVA a lot in the Loki series. I like them a lot, but I did not need B-15 Sylvie, Obi, Miss Minutes, and Owen Wilson's Mobius in a comic with Captain Carter, Spider-Gwen, and some random Gambit.
Well, it's weird because,
also, this is just Exiles. Why are we calling it TVA?
Yeah. It's weird because, Gwen, because they've been doing the Gwen TVA stuff and the recent Gwen stuff, which I actually do enjoy. Captain Carter, that's a new Captain Carter. Like, that's a comic version of Captain Carter, not the MCU one, right?
That is the comic version of Captain Carter they introduced because of the MCU one.
But it's a separate version, not the same.
None of these are the MCU versions. They're just... It's like when they start putting Coulson and everything in the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's... I don't know. It's just one of those, screams, we did this to promote the MCU things.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up. West Coast Avengers by Jerry Duggan. This is a return to the West Coast Avengers team. The last time the West Coast Avengers were written, it was done by Kelly Thompson, so that's kind of a high bar to try to straddle.
I like that one. I like that run. I really like that run.
I like that run a lot, too.
With Kate and Gwenpool and such like that. I like that.
Jerry Duggan and Danny Kim are going to be doing a series where the roster is Firestar, War Machine, Spider-Woman, Iron Man back into Silver Centurion armor, which is nice, and Ultron. We're doing you have to handle a redemption arc for Ultron very carefully, and Jerry Duggan has written some of my favorite comics and some of my least favorite comics, so it's a complete toss-up how this is going to go, but I'll be reading it because I love the West Coast Avengers. That's me.
My only wish is I wish we got, normal, a Hawkeye on this team, me or Kay or Clint. I wish we got some.
Yeah.
For me, that was kind of the appeal of West Coast Avengers. It didn't have that much of the super people in it, and a lot more normal people in it. So I wish we got some of those people in that team.
Yeah. 8 Deaths of Spider-Man, starting with Spider-Man 61, written by Joe Kelly, is going to be the new Spider-Man run following Zeb Wells. And Spider-Man gets this Doctor Doom-inspired looking suit thing, which is kind of crazy, and I just like the design.
I don't know how to feel about this because Joe Kelly is a good writer, but I feel like they're Marvel. This feels like a Marvel editorial force
The
upon
problem
him
with Spider-Man
scenario.
comics and why I don't read them is because they all feel like editorial is guiding where the stories are going.
That's me. Like, we joke about Zeb Wells a lot, but like, I don't think half the stuff problem of this run was all his fault.
I've read
hell,
Zeb Wells comics that I love. I
hell, he did wrote Deadpool Wolverine. People, he's in the credits.
No, that's the thing. Zeb Wells is a talented writer. I think a lot of what goes on with this, and it's anybody that writes Spider-Man has the same exact issue where you're like, you're a talented writer. Why did it go so wrong? And I think it's editorial.
Sad that
I think it's the Spider-Man office that's the problem.
It is really sad that Zeb Wells had to get the front face of the hate because his name's right there. And I really don't think half his fault. Like, I remember when the Kamala death stuff was coming out, and there was an interview with him, and he said, "I'm gonna be the one that had to kill Kamala Khan. People are gonna hate me for that." Yeah, I felt bad reading that
because it had to happen at that exact moment because they had to get Kamala resurrected as a mutant before the mutants couldn't do that anymore. But anyways, back on track. I want to figure this Doom Spider-Man because I think it looks cool.
The Sorcerer Supreme Doom, has that been because I haven't read the Doctor Strange. I read Doctor Strange in a bit.
I haven't read
was
any
that led
Doctor Strange,
up?
So
I don't remember that was led up. I mean,
because our next news is next year's event, One World Under Doom, and this was announced prior to the Avengers Doomsday, and I thought we're getting a Doom announcement at the Marvel Studios panel. This is going to be the next event. No big details, but Doom is going to be the Sorcerer Supreme, and apparently the reason why this event happens will be revealed in Blood Hunt number 5 next week. I'm in, though. You give me a Dr. Doom event, I will show up. Even if it sucks, I will show up.
It's Doom!
It's Doom. All right. The Ultimate Universe will be getting a one-shot in December called Ultimate Universe 1 Year In by Dennis Camp, and art is TBA. This is going to be about the Makers Council, and it will be showing the Ultimate Universe now 1 year into its new existence. And
can't wait because
sounds great.
Can't wait because we haven't got any updates on the Makers Council in a while, so I can't wait to see what's the follow up on them.
They're calling it the special one-shot finale to the first year of the Ultimate line. They also said there will be a new Ultimate Universe title coming next year.
I'm really curious what it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm curious too, because I'm loving the new Ultimate Universe. It's like my favorite thing out of Marvel. It's really good, especially Ultimates. Next up, Psylocke is going to be the 15th X-Men from the Ashes title.
Wow.
But Psylocke, ongoing series, so guaranteed at least 10 issues, most likely. This will be Kwanon Psylocke, written by Alyssa Wong, art by Vincenzo Karatu. And this looks cool.
I can't wait. I love, ever since I read their work on Spirit World, I love Alyssa Wong's
great.
work.
I will read Alyssa Wong comics because
I feel bad. I'm so sad that her Captain Marvel book was ending. I got the first trade of that. I really love that run. And sad it's ending. Yeah. I think next week also.
Yeah, it came. I was like, wow, it's already over.
Yeah.
Marvel has a policy with ongoings now that they will get at least 10 issues. If they sell well, they'll continue. So if you want to book,
I guess it's better than DC 6.
Yeah, exactly. It's better than DC 6. But I'm looking forward to this. But I gotta say, the one that jumps ahead of me is Laura Kinney Wolverine. We haven't had a Laura book since Tom Taylor's all-new Wolverine run. And this is going to be Erica Schultz and Giada Belviso. I like Erica Schultz as well. I think Erica Schultz is a great writer. She's writing Rat City for Spawn, which is like my second favorite Spawn book after Gunslinger, because nothing beats Cowboy Spawn.
They really need to make a new black and yellow Laura Legends.
This is the costume that debuted with Krakoa and that was used in Exterminators that I really want a toy of because it's so good. I will say, I'm looking forward to this because I did not really enjoy NYX issue 1, and I thought that was the only place I could get Laura from.
Yeah, I heard not great things about that issue.
Because I love Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing. I read a lot of what they do. They do great stuff with Star Trek and stuff. I thought their Guardians was a misfire for me. I didn't like NYX, even though it's them. And it's because it fell into the same trope of white women telling Kamala Khan that she doesn't know what it's like to be oppressed because she was only a mutant recently. And I'm like, oh, don't tell the Pakistani girl from Jersey in a post-9/11 world that she doesn't know what it feels like to be oppressed.
Yeah. That line did rub me the wrong way reading that.
It kind of wrecked the whole issue for me, to be honest, because I was like, come on. When Emma Frost did it, I was like, oh, it's Emma Frost acting superior over everybody. But when Laura and Sophie Coco were doing it, I was like, what? Like, anyways, NYX. I might drop NYX because a lot of the From the Ashes books are like twice a month right now. God. Anyways, this is book number 16 in From the Ashes for those keeping score at home. Last X-Men news is the coming in 2025 will be X-Men 97, the art and making of the animated series from Abrams Books, which means it will match up with X-Men the animated series, the art and making of the animated series, which they also did. So those will be a nice pair. All right.
I really hope it's one of those wraparound covers with the other sides like Bastion and the Prime Sentinels. I
hope so too, because they did that with the X-Men animated series book. It had like kind of a wraparound thing, I think. Or the season 2 book will be all the villains.
Yeah, that thing's just connected together. Yeah.
All right, Marvel Comics reveals. Let's do it. Let's do the same poll we've been doing. Amazing.
Make the last one just Doom.
Great. Bad. Doom. All right. I'm going with the Marvel Comics reveals were okay. I would go with great. I don't think they were bad, but they didn't wow me the way that DC did.
Like the only ones that are like really Psylocke and Ultimates. And Ultimates I was already excited for.
Ultimate, Psylocke, Laura Wolverine, and I will check out the West Coast Avengers. That's the kind of stuff that I'm into. But and Doom. I'm excited about. I'm excited for several things, but nothing wowed me the way that like DC wowed me. I did forget the choice of meh or okay. That's a good point. If you think meh or okay, just go bad. That's harsh, but let's do it, you know? I only got 4 choices. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to talk Marvel Legends next, guys. We're going to talk about tonal whiplash for me.
All right. All right, so remember the last Marvel Legends stream we talked about? Man, if this is what they have for a fan stream, what they have for Comic-Con? Well, here's your answer.
Oh, did they have stuff for Comic-Con, guys? Did they have the things they had?
There's a reason why Sally I'm not buying as much Transformers, because Marvel's cooking too much. The Marvel team is cooking too much.
All right. Should I close? I'm gonna close the Marvel poll now. For the we'll do a Marvel Legends poll as well, guys.
Still no reveal for the release date for Marvel the Capcom collection yet.
I know. Sure. I think it's. I imagine it's like Discotek releasing Digimon. There's just a lot of approvals. What do we got poll wise? Let's see. Marvel Comics reveals great 51%, Doom 28%, amazing 11%, bad 7%. All right, I dig it. Let's talk Marvel Legends. They have. I gotta tell you guys.
Kyle does mention Gamescom. Like that, they could definitely
that's
for Gamescom.
Oh yeah, when is Gamescom?
That's a European game convention.
Well, I mean,
when?
Yeah.
When? Yeah, I know what.
Oh, when? They usually have games up near the fall.
I gotta say, Marvel
double
Legends
check.
is like. I guess I'm gonna make a wrestling joke.
It's next month.
It's next month.
Oh, next month. Okay.
Cool. I gotta tell you guys, Marvel Legends is like the reigning champion of the WWE that lost the title and then came back strong and just like whacked everybody away. It's like, I have the belt. That's Marvel Legends right now.
It's like the they break down the door. It's like, I'm bringing my title back.
Yep. All right. So at the Hasbro breakfast, they showed off the PulseCon exclusive Kang the Conqueror, who will come with his throne and multiple faceplates for the different variants of Kang.
What's up with the duck-looking one?
You remember that thing I said where I hate Kang, all my homies hate Kang?
Yeah.
Don't ask me details on Kang. I can't do that. It does look like it's mostly it's pretty much the same Kang we got recently, but he's got new heads, he comes with like different guns, and he has the chair.
I missed out getting that Kang, and like Kang's some of the characters that I feel like Kang's a character I don't need, but like it would have
need
nice
somebody for Doom to bitch slap on your shelf, okay?
Yeah, or Avengers to fight. So this is like a case where when it go on sale, because I'm pretty sure this will go on sale because it's Kang. I'll probably pick up then.
Now, speaking of classic arcade games featuring the X-Men arcade game Sentinels. This is a 2-pack. They are Hasbro Pulse exclusive. You get 2 of them. You get a big-ass rock for them to throw. They're like 7 inches tall, I think.
Yes.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I
love
order.
this.
I order one. I order one. I was tempted to buy another one, but then I was like, no, money.
I
Only
said
one.
I will order one because if these sell, and they will, they're going to make. They said they'd make alternate colors if these are successful.
I'm still hoping for a NPC style Sentinel, but like these are great mook. Like if you have if you have the the Haslab, just chuck the Master Mold head, and there you go. Here's your army for him to lead.
Exactly. So that was the Hasbro breakfast reveals. There was one little detail from the panel that a lot of people have glossed over. You guys remember Death's Head, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's not. He was
Huzzah!
a first for
good.
sale at San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, by the way, for anyone wondering, any of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, Hasbro said they're going to put them up on Pulse at a later date after the show. They haven't said when yet. But Death's Head was not a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. He is a fan channel release sold at San Diego Comic-Con first. He'll be going up for pre-order on fan channel retailers, I believe, August 5th.
He's too. I feel like they had to do that because he's too unique. I think.
And they also said the demand was so high, we felt that it would be weird if he was only Comic-Con.
That too. Like the combination of he's too unique. You know, I think they'll be kind of a loss of just making it a Comic-Con exclusive. So
I gotta say, doing a move like that where it's San Diego first and then it's fan channel after is like why they win the toy
more
department.
that, please.
More of that.
More that, please.
I mean, it took all the stress off of me for buying Death Set. I'm like, oh, good, I can get him later. You know, I don't have to worry about it. Good news. Just the best. All right. The Marvel Legends panel started by revealing Lockjaw, so you knew they were just off to a bat because
finally,
I watched the panel live. Someone was live streaming. I think it was MCU Collector 24 was live streaming. I watched the panel live, and they're like, they put up a picture of Inhumans. They're like, who loves Inhumans? And the crowd went nuts, and they're like, here's Lockjaw, and it's just like, oh my god, how long have we wanted Lockjaw?
Look at him. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. We do not get enough Lockjaws. He's going to have alternate legs for a sitting position because they said with the articulation
he's too fat. Dog too fat.
Dog too fat. Yeah, but he comes with his tuning fork effect. He's got an alternate mouth. And then they said, "Oh, and who would you like to see from the Inhumans?" And people were like, "Crystal!" And then they showed Crystal. And then one person shouted, "Redo Karnak!" And everybody was like, "Yeah, redo Karnak!"
Get off that pizza mold.
I know. Crystal. Finally. We got Crystal. That was what the crowd was cheering for, and that's what they had to reveal.
It was so baffling they took this off for Crystal because she's not even just not a royal family member, she's an Avenger. Also.
And she was on the Fantastic Four while Sue was pregnant.
Yep. So I'm kind of glad they waited this long so she's on the good female body mold.
I gotta say, lately, like, Marvel Legends has been giving us figures we wanted for years, but now that we're getting them, they're better than they would have if we got them back when we started asking for them. Plus, new elemental effects, not the reused ones.
Oh, they look great.
They clip between her wrist and her hand, so they actually hold pretty good, it looks like. They will be a 2-pack, and, of course, they are fan channel and Amazon, so basically available everywhere except Target and Walmart.
So that's an instant buy for me.
And they will be going up for pre-order later. They haven't put a date up yet.
Right.
Also, they are crediting the packaging artists.
Oh, finally. Thank God.
Yeah.
All right, time to wait 5 years for Triton.
I know. We need Triton, we need Gorgon, we need Maximus. We need a new Black Bolt, Medusa, and Karnak.
Yeah, we really need, especially Black Bolt. Black Bolt's horrible.
And then, because Crystal, we get a new Quicksilver, and Quicksilver's on a mold where he can actually do running poses. And he comes with more than just fists. And he's green, so he can be your Avenger-style Quicksilver.
Mm-hmm. I really wanted to make the modern Wanda outfit so bad, because I love the modern Alpha Wanda outfit.
He is exclusive to Walmart, pre-order coming later. First I was like, oh, Walmart, but also I ordered Venom, no problem. And
yeah, I've ordered Venom and Falcon, no problem at all.
Yeah, so. And I ordered whatever that Professor X was that goes with my Uncanny X.
Warlord.
Yeah, the Warlord. I ordered them. It took me like a minute, and I was done. And Walmart's been shipping my pre-orders lately, so I'm hoping that this won't be too hard to get. Next up, they showed Wong. They said we were going from one green character to another. How long have we had Wong in the MCU? Like almost 10 years, and this is his first comic figure?
I know, right? He's also new mold with butterfly shoulders. They're giving everybody butterfly shoulders.
Yes, and he can do the splits. He's
Great.
incredible.
Also, dog. Also,
Oh, wow.
dog.
Yeah, we'll get to dog. He also comes in a 2-pack with Doctor Strange. Great way to get a more classic Strange out again, but it's the darker, more muted colors because this is the dark Strange that ended up being possessed by Dormammu.
So it's nice for people who got the Walmart Strange to just.
And his knees are penless this time.
Oh, that's maybe just do a nice head swap to make him not pale. Then.
Yep. And then you get Ghost Dog. You get Ghost Dog, the little scamp that runs around the sanctum.
Look at him. good stream for good stream for Legend Dogs.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be exclusive to Amazon, going up for pre-order August 15th.
That's definitely a get for me.
Also, shout out to Marvel Team and Hasbro in general. All that they show a bunch of stuff, but a lot of these things they didn't put them all up for pre-order on the same day. They're spreading them out over the next month or so. Love that. All right, great packaging art. 2-pack I'm not interested in at all, but maybe a lot of other people I'm sure are. It is Punisher and Bushwhacker from Punisher War Journal. This is a brand new mold for Punisher, a brand new head-to-toe mold. They haven't done a Punisher in a while, so this is nice. He comes with all kinds of weapons, grenade explosion, and then Bushwhacker, who's like some weird freaky dude.
He's a Daredevil villain. Why does Daredevil keep getting villains that other heroes take?
I know, like.
Yep.
Bushwhacker, I don't know Bushwhacker that well, to be honest.
I definitely want to get this one.
If you don't remember, though, in the Capcom Punisher game, Bushwhacker was a boss for Punisher to fight.
Is that funny timing or what? That we get a new Punisher and a Bushwhacker who is in the Punisher game the same year the Punisher game is re-releasing.
I definitely want to get this because I don't have I definitely gonna get this because I don't have a Frank in my collection. So
we heard from an interview at Evo that the Marvel vs. Capcom collection's been in the work for 3 to 4 years. So all the Marvel arcade related stuff we've been getting in Marvel Legends was definitely planned.
Man,
the PS2 game was in too.
Oh, PS2 game as well. This is a fan channel on Amazon. Goes up for pre-order August 22nd.
This one I'm gonna get because I do like that. It's accurate to con. I really wish he had to like gloves and boots, but I don't have a Frank, so I wanted to have in my collection.
I have a Frank and I'm good because I still have not gotten on the Punisher train. I have not. I like Punisher in supporting roles, but I've never done. I still need to watch the Punisher series. Maybe that'll change my mind. Did you guys like that Venom Pool figure I talked so much about? Well, he's coming back and he's a Target exclusive.
In brighter red.
And Blackest Night, and all those that face evil's might. Anyways, then they showed the Deadpool and Wolverine figures. Luckily, no spoilers. We're getting a new Deadpool, which had leaked prior. It was funny at the panel. They're like, you guys have never seen these before, right? New Deadpool. He is got new sculpting, new details. He is updated. Wolverine, of course, he's in Avengers Campus look here with the sleeves and the mask and everything.
It looks fantastic.
He also comes with an unmasked Hugh Jackman head as well.
Best Hugh Jackman head. So good.
And then the third figure is Headpool, and Headpool comes with an accessory in the form of Logan. Real Orca with Atom energy.
Yeah. This is the case of they could not spoil the movie, so they had to go extra Logan pretty much because I don't think this Logan's even accurate to the film because especially those blue gloves. I don't remember the blue gloves in his jacket there.
Yeah,
in the film at all.
I ordered all 3 of these because these did go up for pre-order on Saturday. I think most places sold out of Deadpool and Wolverine, but I'm sure they're going to make a ton of these. And because they're not in a Build-A-Figure wave, they can easily just repack single cases. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Then they finally gave us Colossus from the Deadpool movie.
Yes, it's the good boy.
And he comes with the rules of being an X-Men. You know, don't kill anyone ever, and always label everything in the fridge.
I love that.
It's beautiful. He is listed as a Deadpool Legacy Collection release. Will be up for pre-order Wednesday, July 31st at 1 p.m. Eastern. He's general retail.
All we need is Peter to complete our Deadpool mate. And we need Peter and Yukiko to complete
also
use
a new Negasonic. Let's do a Negasonic.
Yeah, we need and
Blind Al. Blind Al.
Yeah.
Leslie Uggams has been in 3 of these damn movies. Can we get her an action figure, please?
What we need is Blind Al and Mrs. Chang to team up in their own.
That'd be the best.
There's your next series right there.
Yeah.
We just need to make a multi-pack of Blind Al, Negasonic, Yukiko, Peter, and all the taxi driver dude. I keep forgetting his name.
Oh, Joe Pender.
Yeah. The Deadpool sidecast pack.
All right, Outriders from Avengers Infinity War, available in a 2-pack army builder for all you people building displays, fan channel, and Amazon release.
And they gave. I mean, hey, they
goes
need
up
to give.
29th.
I mean, hey, they need to give the MCU fans something this year.
Yeah, they said they still got some stuff to do. 2 teasers. One of them was Spider-Boy's shoe.
Okay, so I was wondering what that shoe was
Yeah.
for. That was for Miles. Okay, so
It's Spider-Boy's shoe. And Spider-Man Unlimited's gauntlet arm.
Which is, wow, I thought
They
could,
can
like...
make Spider-Man Unlimited stuff?
I mean, he's
they
been in the
think there's
comic.
a market for Spider-Man Unlimited?
You can take Spider-Verse
I know.
for that, I guess.
I mean, what if it's put in the Across the Spider-Verse packaging? Like, that's the cheat. I'll buy it. I mean, that show was garbage, but I have nostalgia for it.
Yeah. Will you get United Stance figures?
No, please don't. I can't go through that, because I'd buy them all. You remember who's in United They Stand? It's all the people I like Janet and Clint and Wonder Man and Scarlet Witch. I have to end up buying them all, I gotta tell you. Now, the best news of the stream. My favorite words came out of their mouth. No Haslab for Marvel in 2024. I practically jumped up and cheered.
Thank you.
My wallet thanks you. They also said in an interview stuff, they talked about things. They said that Giant Man will be shipping in October. And that leads us to Dragon Man. Dragon Man was, his only other figure was a Toy Biz Fantastic Four Classics figure in the second wave. Super short pack. That figure goes loose for several $100s. There's a brand new Dragon Man. And he is going to have 17-inch wingspan, over 10.5 inches tall. He'll come with his glasses and his book, so he can be Future Foundation Dragon Man as well. There's a picture next to him as Reed. This is not a Haslab. This is not a retail. This is not a fan channel. This is going to be a made-to-order item on Hasbro Pulse. No minimum number needed. You are just going to have to order him within a period, and then he'll only be available through that period.
Hopefully, this is science for the future for certain things.
I hope so, too. Very curious. We don't know the price yet, because they haven't figured out the price yet. This will be happening next year, they said. I am very excited to see what they'll do with this.
Well, probably what? If he's going to be... I imagine he's more than a deluxe. And deluxe are what, 35-ish now?
I would say he's much bigger than a deluxe. I would say he's probably going to be in the $70, $80 range.
Price of a tree pack, pretty much.
Yeah, he's huge. They have. We'll look at some case photos in a moment, but he is massive. This picture doesn't do scale justified. We will see how that works, and also because limited run, it may be a little bit of a higher cost as well.
Yeah, you're taking a loss pretty much with something like this.
But this opens the door for other characters that aren't big enough to be Haslabs, but could be done as made-to-orders, and I think that's great. And Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider in a shrunk-down car, please, thank you. Let's go.
I would like a new big Juggernaut in this style, for example.
There's options. I hope this does well, because this will really do some options. Like Big Wheel. Someone said Big Wheel in the chat. Yeah.
Big Wheel.
I mean, that's a way to do Big Wheel. But to really put a cherry on top of this cherry sundae, Rom the Space Knight. It actually happened.
The figure that I thought, why hasn't they made this yet? They both own, but it's the same toy company.
Hasbro owns ROM. Marvel owns the comic. They got the 3 omnibuses printed this year to bring ROM back to the comics. Where was the figure? Here is the figure. He's coming out next year. He looks beautiful.
He looks great.
They even said he'll have all of his weapons. He will even have alternate eye pieces as well.
So he's definitely a deluxe figure.
Definitely a deluxe figure. I don't care what he costs, I'm buying him because we got a raw Marvel Legends figure. All is well in the universe again. And then to add this out, they went and updated the case, so we got a little bit of a look at some of the figures. Like here's Rider Venom Pool, here's Punisher and Bushwhacker. I like the 5 o'clock shadow that's sculpted into Frank.
Yeah, that was great.
I think it's pretty cool.
He looks great.
He looks really good. I don't know if I'm getting it, but Crystal on the double jointed pinless body. Lockjaw.
But that's the thing with Frank. You don't need to get him, but he's still a good figure. That's just how good Marvel Legends is.
Just looks fantastic. Thing is, I think with the Frank and Bushwhacker, it's like my least favorite reveal personally, but it's still just as good as every other reveal. Like there's no bad reveal in this set. that's what's amazing about this. Is everything they showed, I'm like, this is all bangers. There's like not a problem I have with any one of these releases. Venom Pool's hard to get. You know, it's good. Also, I was listening to an interview. They did say that they are doing less Build-A-Figure waves because they were asked about that. But they did say there is going to be another Build-A-Figure wave, and they're going to show it at Comic-Con, or not, at PulseCon. They're going to show the Build-A-Figure wave at PulseCon, and Dwight said it's his favorite thing they've ever done. So,
because how many we got? What three Build-A-Figure waves this year?
I think what we're getting, and this is the case this year. We had 4 retail deluxe figures, about 1 a quarter: Angel, Carnage, Dark Phoenix, and now Colossus. And we got a Build-A-Figure wave as fan channel about once a quarter, where we had Void, Zabu, and Blackheart, and then whatever this 4th one will be. So I think it works for me. I think it works to do 1 Build-A-Figure wave a quarter, because Build-A-Figure waves are expensive, and it's really hard to afford them. So
with the current toy market, that is, it's like, because I think the problem with Legends before this year is I think the current toy market with the prices increase did not the Build-A-Figures did not work with the current toy market,
because the thing is like I checked my Blackheart wave because I'm worried the dates are going to push up. It's $188 for me to get the whole Blackheart wave. Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
Yeah, so I think they really are responding to the current standards of the toy market now really well, honestly.
And we were talking in the Discord about this, that... Alright, why is Sergeant Slaughter here? We were talking in the Discord about this, but that basically... Oh, here's Dragon Man. Basically, I don't mind $25 for a figure if they're going to make it worth it. Which, like, the 85th anniversary line, every single one of those figures is worth its retail price.
I got almost everybody. I got everybody besides Scar. I'm probably going to get Scar eventually.
Yeah. I'm just waiting on Hulkbuster, Odin, and Venom to come out at this point. Here's Dragon Man. Look at the size of Dragon Man. They had the gray proto for the display case. Here's Dwight holding his baby here. Dragon Man is massive. This is like big, and he's got a bendy wire tail as well.
Oh, great!
And he's just huge. So you can just see. Look how proud he is of that.
I hope he has collapsed. I hope he has collapsed wings. I'm getting gargoyles flashback.
Same. I also think that it's cool he has butterfly shoulders as well, which I think is great.
Again, they're getting butterflies to everybody now. It's great.
Yeah. I think he does have collapsing wings. Everybody worry about it. It looks like a hinge right here.
So like Angel?
It might be like Angel, which would be perfect. I love Angel's wings. Oh, good year for wings, I gotta tell you guys. So there's the Outriders. I wanted to get, there's another picture of Dragon Man in the case. Here's Dragon Man next to Reed. The digital render did not do it justice. It's so huge. He's so big. He's just great. I love this.
Look at that.
Look at that. Fully sculpted. Everything's fully sculpted.
Will we finally, I mean, with the movie coming out next year, will we finally get a Legends Mole Man finally?
Maybe. I'm hoping so. That was the thing. We thought they were done. And then they gave me exactly what I asked for in my Wolverine video.
Is this the thing that makes you say Marvel wins? Is just this figure alone?
If this was the only figure they revealed, it would have won. If you guys watch my every Wolverine video, you know I love the brown suit. It's my favorite Wolverine suit. I love it. It's just perfect to me. In all its iterations. This is what I just asked for. I just said, I was like, I expect them to do an updated brown suit with the pinless joints and everything, and they did. And it uses the X-Men 97 body as a basis, which I already love, so I'm already in. Let's go.
He's also like X-Men Konami, X-Men Colors specifically also.
Yes, because look at the display they put together here. It's,
I see the, yep.
They made everybody.
The other,
that's what makes those
Konami cast.
Yeah. Yep. I do think we need a new Dave Cochran.
X-Men, that's what we call them.
We do need a Dave Cochran style Cyclops update. X-Men 97 gives us that chance.
Oh yeah, we really need new Dazzler, new Cyclops, new Colossus badly.
And we could use a new Storm, or at least a reissue.
Yeah.
Actually, do a new Storm. Give her double jointed elbows. Come on. This brown suit Wolverine though is just. Oh, they even have like this tampograph thing for like the stubble. That's my most. It's funny in a panel that gave me Lockjaw, Crystal, Rom, and like so many other things. This is still like the highlight for me.
Also, love the smirk. We need more
smirk. Yes.
Smirk. We need more Smirk Logan heads.
I
I love my.
I don't like the dead
I like my
face.
snarl.
I'm surprised he doesn't
Yeah.
smirk as much as.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it with Logan heads. I want either Smirk like that or snarls. So you get the blank face does not work with Logan that much
Alright.
at all.
Marvel Legends. Let's do the poll, guys. Marvel Legends reveals. You all know. I think amazing. We're gonna do the same exact options. Amazing. What was it? Amazing, good, bad, and don't care. Gotta keep it fair, right? I gotta tell you guys, I was just this figure though was just the cherry on top of a cherry. I don't even care they didn't show Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider now because they gave me so much else. You know, if it had been kind of light and there was just like nothing else I really cared about, I'd been like, well, I would have liked to have seen a Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. No, they gave me so much. They gave me so much this thing, and I think a lot of Marvel fans, I can just tell.
Yeah, again, we haven't got. Yeah, since we haven't got to Transformers, like this is not even PulseCon, and they revealed this much.
Yeah, and what that Build-A-Figure wave is, I'm actually excited now because of how good they're cooking right now. I am stoked to see what they have working for us. You know, I'm just give it. Like I'm ready. Like I still love Classified, but nothing's beating Marvel Legends for me right now. And I think it's because of the character connections. You know, I am more deeply involved with my emotional attachment to Wolverine than I am Starduster. Yeah, Stardust is like, that's a cool toy and a cool piece of trivia, but like Wolverine is like, that's all I wanted for so many years. All right, do you guys think I should end the poll?
Yes.
Well, look at that poll, huh? That's about right.
86% amazing, 9% good, 4% don't care, 0% bad. I mean that's it right there, guys. Nope, none of the other reveals had that high of a percentage on amazing.
Nope, none. Not yet, anyways. Although,
not yet. I mean, I don't know what the rest of it's gonna get there.
Yeah, looking at the doc again.
Let's talk about McFarlane Toys.
And, Crazy Todd.
Oh, Crazy Todd. Oh, Crazy Todd. I like the red hood you made. During the McFarlane VIP event, we got to see this new red hood. This is the look that Jason's been rocking for a while.
I think since Infinite Frontier. Really
actually, it's been since the end of his Rebirth run.
Okay.
Yeah, he's had it a while.
Hey, this one doesn't use gun, and this one doesn't use guns, so at least this one makes sense to have the crowbar and katana.
Yeah, but he does have thigh swivels, which is nice.
Because he comes with. So is this a separate release? I know they announced
a separate release. There's also a bike we'll talk about in a minute.
Okay.
We gotta look at Damian Wayne Robin.
Basically his first Grant Morrison run, and he looks great.
Cloth wired cape. And then we got Deathstroke with an unmasked head, which I thought was interesting.
Good way to hope he comes with Ultra Head, his mask look, but so it's nice to get Deathstroke back again out in stores.
And then frickin' Cyborg.
Finally, I don't have to get that Flashpoint wave. We have a normal size cyborg.
There was a bunch of other figures on display that we've already talked about. That's why I'm not talking about them. For the Batman retro line, we have a red and black Batman. I don't know the context on that. We have the Batgirl for the cartoon, the New Adventures of Batman cartoon. The Joker with the gas gun thing, and a Wonder Woman, a 1977 era Wonder Woman. It's based on the Batman 66 meets Wonder Woman 77 comic.
Wonder Woman.
I now just have like so much more motivation to buy the Superman. I wasn't gonna get this. I was like, maybe I don't need the Superman. He was just in the comics. And I'm like, oh, now there's a Wonder Woman.
the retro Trinity.
Yep. All right, next up, the booth didn't really have much on display. Just stuff we'd seen already, basically, just out and about doing its thing. They showed off the vehicles that they're trying to crowdfund. Rip. All right. At the panel, we got reveal of Red Hood's bike. It did say figure sold separately, so you will have to buy it separate. But it's a nice generic bike, too, if you wanted just a red bike. Pretty cool. There is going to be Call of Duty Spawn figures, because why wouldn't there be? Spawn's been in Call of Duty,
why not?
Why not make toys, right?
And this one's voiced by Keith Davis. So there's your Keith Davis Spawn into the main animated Spawn figures.
Well, I mean, we also got the Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah, the Mortal Kombat, yeah. So this is our second Keith Davis Spawn.
There's some Superpowers t-shirts, but no figure reveals, which I gotta tell you is not looking good between this and the crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Line might be dead, guys. I don't know. The Batwing, the one that's hanging on my ceiling, is getting re-released under McFarlane now, and that is coming out in the fall. There's a new Batman the Animated Series Wave with a Lightning Strike variant Batman, which is new, but it's based on those Kenner figures.
We're getting Kenner repaints now. Oh, boy.
Yep. Reissue of Batgirl, Christmas of the Joker reissue, Two-Face reissue, and a new figure in the form of the Build-A-Figure of Maxi Zeus.
That's the most painful thing. You already collect the slide.
Yep.
It's these new characters.
The next wave of McFarlane Collector Edition will include a battle-damaged Dark Knight Returns Batman, a Huntress, which looks very nice, and a Green Lantern that has 4 different head options. Now, unfortunately, don't get too hyped. It's not 4 head options in one box.
Oh, damn it. I thought that was the case.
It's 2 head options in each box.
It's
because there was a package sample on the show floor that showed the Tomar 2 head and then one other head, and I was like, "Where's the other 2 heads?"
It says it's a gold label scenario.
I think it's gonna be like the Crow Robins, where it's gonna be random.
Oh, oh boy!
I had trouble getting the Crow Robins. Then
Todd.
Yes.
Todd. Okay, you know how we say about Todd looks forward, Todd looks back. This is definitely the case of look back, because we're back to Toy Biz era variant figures.
Exactly. Todd, just let me buy your damn toys. All right, next thing. The next Batmobile is the Batman Forever Batmobile, my beloved. This is my favorite live-action Batmobile.
Like the good old shark fin and everything.
It will light up, because the model they had at the show for people to look at did have lights on it. They did lock the tires, so the Bat logos will stay in place, but the tires will roll.
Oh, that's great.
Spin. And it comes with Michael Goff Alfred.
Good old $80 Michael Goff with a free Batmobile, like your $80 Morgan Freeman.
Exactly. Super hyped. Love this. I love this Batmobile so much. This is the one I've been waiting for. And then they also showed him next to the other 3 Batmans that he was the Alfred for. Great stuff. We're getting an Arthur Fleck Joker from the Joker movie, who will have 3 different heads, hopefully in the same package and not some weird chase variant thing. And they're doing a playset of the Murray Franklin talk show scene. So it's the most famous scene in the movie. Hopefully
this is labeled not a toy, because
it needs a gun.
Yeah,
if Joker can't blow this guy's brains out, then there's no point in even making this playset.
I mean, it's also a rated R movie. Like,
exactly.
It should have a gun.
If this doesn't have the gun from the moment of that movie that I remember, it has to have it. It can't.
It's so good. Like I said, I could definitely see toy photographers buying this just to use this set alone.
It's really cool they're making it, but I gotta tell you, that gun is like, it's the accessory you need at this.
I mean, I'll go on time. It's an R-rated movie. This one has to make the most sense to me, not call it a toy.
Exactly. And then, they also showed the Batman Forever Batmobile next to the Batman Forever wave, which I think was just kind of fun. And then I wanted to rip somebody's throat out. Effigy, Shining Knight, and Question are the next 3 Platinum Edition chase figures.
I hate these.
My goodness. Can we just please just release the damn toys? Don't make me do a chase figure for the freaking Question, who was just in 2 animated movies I hated. Like, the Question is a prominent enough character to not be relegated to the stupid chase figure shit.
And Booster Gold and Blue Beetle could be single card figures. Why not Question?
On top of their 2-pack.
Yep.
Why is the Question a chase figure? I like the Shining Knight as well. I'd like to get those, but if the previous Platinum chase figures have been any indication, these are not going to be easy to get. The only Platinum chase figure I got was the Anne Hathaway Catwoman, which was a single pack of the version of the figure that came with the Bat Pod, which was fine because that was a variant.
So how do these work? Are they like pack 1 per case?
They are packed 1 per case every 3 to 4 cases. They're not in every case. They're random. You will not get to be able to pre-order them. You will not be able to buy them online normally. If you get a retailer like Big Bad Toy Store that gets some, they're going to mark it up because they're hard to get. The only reason I have the Anne Hathaway Catwoman without the Bat Pod is because the McFarlane Toy Store put her up one day. And sometimes they'll do that too. Sometimes McFarlane Toy Store will be like, hey, you can buy the entire wave and then you also guarantee your Manhunter, for example, the previous wave, which Manhunter's as a troop builder. Why do we have to do this? Why? I don't get it. I can't get it at all.
Again, it's like, like we said with Todd, he looks forward and he looks back at the same time. This is definitely this is even worse than looking back.
Like, I get Effigy. If you're going to do this to somebody, Effigy, sure. That's not that prominent of a character. Even Shining Knight. That's not even the most famous version of Shining Knight. But why the question? When Huntress is a retail thing. I know that I know there are only a couple in the DCAU, but my point stands.
But still, it's one of those things where I didn't mind Todd doing the Platinum Chase for variants. That makes the most sense.
Yes.
But like prominent characters should not be a goose chase.
Like, I don't know what the end goal is here anymore. You know, is it to get retailers to buy more cases? Because retailers don't give a crap about Question. I just want to be able to buy these. I don't want to have to jump through hoops for them.
I mean, also the system is. I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't even know how the system works because I don't think normal old man retailer not know how it works.
I mean, they never even announced the Anne Hathaway Catwoman. Someone just found it at a Target and then just popped up on the McFarlane store. Like, and then lastly, the re-release of the Dark Knight Returns inspired figures from the new Batman Adventures is a Best Buy exclusive, and they'll be going up for pre-order on Tuesday. Okay. Should we do a McFarlane poll? Let's do a McFarlane poll. McFarlane reveals.
Made the last one Todd Y.
Amazing. Actually, it's going to be amazing, good, Todd Y, and don't care. Because I like the don't care option. I like the measuring things. You guys vote in that. I'm going to take a brief break to stand up, stretch, get the next segment ready.
Intermission time.
Intermission time.
On your own.
And we're back. All right, ending the poll. Looks like Todd Y is winning the McFarlane poll. 60% Todd Y, 17% don't care, 13% good, 8% amazing. I love the optimism. All right, it's MOTU time, guys. You ready? You ready for this? Cass will be back soon. I think he stepped away. Thank you for the music. All right. We're not going to cover the panel reveals for MOTU. We're just going to look at what's in the case and stuff because
it's the same thing. Same thing.
Same thing. They put everything out basically. So here's some Masterverse stuff. Some of this we had seen before, like Snake Tila.
I love that Man at Arms armor. That's from Revolution, isn't it?
Yes, Man of War.
I love that armor. It looks
I
so
love
cool.
Man of War. He looks amazing. This Skeletor looks great. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in Masterverse. We got some more cartoon collection stuff, which looks pretty nice. This is kind of like I do not buy as much Masters of the Universe as I used to because there's just too much.
Mostly because of Legends.
Mostly because of Legends and Figuarts. Let's not discount how much Figuarts takes out of my budget.
I know. I only just get anime stuff, but that's also a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even buy writer stuff anymore. I only do Ultraman and anime. I love the Hordak. The Hordak Turtles of Grayskull Hordak, the mutant Hordak looks pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The interesting part is that Turtles of Grayskull is going into a second year, and it's going to be Snake Men themed. So there's Clamp Champ, there's
so
Shredder.
This is welcome back 2002 Masters.
Yeah,
versus the Snake Men.
Who's this dude? I forgot who that was.
The
dragon.
Shredder.
It's Ninjor.
Hey.
Ninjor.
Ninjor's a dragon.
That's
King
cool.
Hiss. King Hiss is disguised as a foot soldier and then eventually becomes King Hiss.
I love that. I love the Snake Shredder.
Mm-hmm. There's so many cool things happening in this line. I only bought the Casey Jones, and I'm only gonna buy the Casey Jones because I just too many lines.
That's such a cool line.
There was one announcement at the panel that's not reflected in the booth.
Thundercats MOTU.
MOTU
crossover.
Thundercats. They said it in the same verbiage. They say MOTU Turtles. I think it's a mashup, not like they're just going to make Thundercats figures in the MOTU line.
Yeah, no, it's going to be crossover, but still, that's cool. It's really cool to see.
I can't wait for that. MOTU Thundercats.
That one will you buy?
That one I will buy everything because you know me and Thundercats, right, Jerry?
Yep.
Modulok's finally coming to the Origins line, which is filling another gap. And Cartoon Catra surprised me. I didn't know they could do the She-Ra cartoon.
Because they also announced She-Ra on the panel. I'm not sure she's in these photos.
And they actually had the actress that played She-Ra announce the figure, which is really cool.
It was great. I forget. Does Universal fully own Masters yet, or is that next year?
I don't know how that whole thing works out because everything I thought I knew about it didn't turn out to be true. So, cartoon collection was pretty prominent. Masterverse. This is where I wish I was still collecting. This new Eternia Evelyn is incredible. Just so good. They're doing a second new Eternia Beastman.
This is the first one shelf form.
Yeah, I
in
was
my
like,
area.
Okay, make another, I guess. There's Flying Fists He-Man. I gotta tell you, what's his name? What's the robot guy's name? Roboto. His got swappable faceplates, which is really cool.
Robot's weird because I never realized that thing's supposed to be a mouth. I thought it was just a weird like mouth guard thing.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but these look incredible. Like they're just getting even better. I think, personally speaking, I think that Masterverse as a whole is better aligned than Classics at this rate.
Masterverse is I think Masterverse is a more funner toy line. While Masterverse Classic was a great.
New Eternia. I think New Eternia really is what makes it feels like they're not just regurgitating the old designs. More cartoon stuff. Extendar, Vulture Guy.
Classic was great for the time, and I think even more like a completion is great. But Masterverse is a good just fun toys. I think and better.
I just realized these aren't cartoon collection; these are toy line. Extendar, Vulture Guy, Ryoblast, Skullgrin. Skullgrin? No. Demo Man. Oh, Masterverse Panther. I have not been buying much Masterverse, but I want the Panther because I got the Battle Cat way back when, and I want the Panther. He looks amazing.
You're like Netflix Skeletor. I want my own one. I want my own cat.
Oh, speaking of Netflix Skeletor, I was at Ross like buying clothing, and I found the Netflix He-Man and Skeletor Masterverse figures at Ross for $4 each, and I was like, oh.
Oh man, I wish I paid that price. I paid full price at the American Dream Toys R Us there.
Yeah. But anyways, these look amazing. I think the Horde Trooper and the Panther are Mattel Creations exclusives. I think all
love
those
that. Love that. I love that update of Horde Trooper. I love they make him like a hulking like robot man.
This was the exclusive to Tuva and Badra, and then they were like, "Oh, what's behind these curtains? Let's go look behind the curtains." The booth, by the way, had a giant Castle Grayskull entrance. Just incredible.
So cool.
Looked great. This was the big reveal: the Snake Pit. They had done a poll for the next playset to be made, and it was the Snake Pit. And a lot of people were hoping it was smaller. It's not that small. We'll show the scale comparison in a little bit. But they showed some more generic Snake Men. There's more Snake.
I'll say I understand the complaints with the size, but I think as a play set, it's something really fun. This looks like a really fun toy.
It looks like a fun toy. Yeah, it's going to be the.
It reminds me a lot of the price
that people are worried about.
It reminds me a lot of the Sectars playset. You know that one, the big giant mountain playset they had for Sectars. Reminds me of that. And such. I love like the snake, the decrepit skeleton snake queens that's around there. And such. It just like it's one of those,
I think the biggest concerns with the size is just the price and how much space is it going to take up, right? But
I mean, hey, you can fold it. You can fold it away at least.
And this was a concept originally. The Snake Pit playset never existed, so.
I mean, I think I like. Honestly, I like this more than the Fright Zone with the weird puppet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad the Fright Zone didn't win. I was like, it's not that cool of a toy. This thing just looks incredible. It really. I
love all the death traps. I love like He-Man, like this like Iron Maiden, like just good chunk dead.
Yeah.
There.
Cartoon Collection Hordak looking amazing. Cartoon Collection She-Ra looking amazing as well. Cartoon Mantenna's there. I thought we already saw him before. But anyways, She-Ra looks amazing. This is a Skeleton, which is like a Skeletor like trooper. Fisto, new Eternia Fisto.
How's it spelled? Like Skelly, then Khan?
Nah, it's like Con. Skelly.
Oh, so it's not Skelly Con!
Yeah, no, it's just Skelly Con. Those are revealed at the panel. Fisto looks cool. He's ready to fist things. Mecha Neck for Turtles of Grayskull looks really awesome too. He's like super techy, which I think is fun.
I mean, wasn't the Revelation Fisto? Wasn't his fist diecast?
Yes, I don't know if it's diecast on the new Eternia, but maybe it will be. This was Rattler, who's like got a snake ghost thing going on. Hey,
look at that! He's like throwing It's like a key blast like effect piece for his.
Yeah, and all the turtles are getting a second year variant that's snake themed.
That's cool
because they're doing the Snake Man thing, and I think we're starting to repeat.
Come on, Karai. Where's our Karai for the slide? Snake Karai? Right? No, that works.
Yeah, we need Snake Karai for the Snake Man line. All right, so the Snake Layer playset, they put out some details. It's 34 inches wide, 27 inches deep, and 31 inches high. It's going to be exclusive through Mattel Creations. It will be a crowdfund. It will be going up Monday, August 12th. They're going to have stronger packaging because there was issues with the Eternia packaging.
Yeah, I remember when that was coming out, yeah.
Yep. There will be a vehicle included in the playset. It will need 6,000 backers by September 8th. And there will be an early backer bonus that's funded in the first 2 weeks, which is the Lady Skeletal Slither will be included. There's no motorized features, and it looks like this next to frickin' Eternia. It is much bigger than I think people were expecting in the sense. I think people wanted something more Snake Mountain sized. But it is closer to Eternia size. It's not as big as Eternia. It's not nearly as big as Eternia. It's definitely smaller than Eternia, but it is closer to Eternia than like a normal size playset. But I think people are still going to get it because it looks amazing. And it folds up better than Eternia. Eternia is kind of stuck in that size.
Eternia is meant to be like her display centerpiece thing.
But the Snake Pit folds up like Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain do. It's just those side panels curl around.
Eternia, I think the snake because the thing about Eternia, even though I think what they did with the new version is a lot better than the original, I don't think Eternia is honestly a really good play set. There's not a lot of like great play area for it.
It really is a diorama piece in a lot of ways. But I think the snake pit looks great. I'm not going to be buying it personally just because I don't have room. I don't have room for place. I got to try to figure out where to put a giant blue Cobra plane. You know. All right, Street Sharks. I just included it here because it's adjacent. It's Mattel. They showed off more new Street Sharks. This is going through. I think they've now shown all of the original vintage Street Sharks toys in the new line with the modern articulation. And they said they're going to keep going, so maybe we'll be seeing some new stuff. That's great.
This new Street Shark line just fun. I love the like I love it has the like modern posability, but like has all the cool play features. The original toys is great.
Yeah. Next up, Mondo. They do a lot of Master Universe stuff, but this panel does include non-Master stuff. This is the best place to insert it. Mondo is got a 1/6 scale scare mare for their Scareglow.
Yeah, don't they do like 12-inch scale figures, right?
They usually do 1/6 scale 12-inch figures, but they have slipped into the 6-inch scale. But we'll get there. So 1/6 scale Buzz-Off is also been teased and shown.
B-Man.
A 1/6 scale Manny Faces that comes with like way too much stuff on it. So there's so much in this. It's kind of insane.
I really like the Mondo designs because they're kind of like a mixture of like they remind me of like if Four Horsemen got full control of Master designs.
Yeah,
and I
love that their Manny Faces comes with multiple expressions for the monster face. Like that's just really cool. They're also doing soft vinyl figures of Street Sharks, so those will be pretty cool when they're done. Those are big thick monsters. They're doing a 1/6 scale Mumra to go with their Lion now. And here's the crazy one. Mondo is doing Masters of the Universe 2002 figures in 1/12 scale.
Like a 6-inch.
This is going to be a 6-inch He-Man based on the 2000 series. Multiple heads, multiple hands, different forms of the sword. He comes with like the normal power sword and then also the 2000X version. He comes with the axe the original toy had. He comes with different chest emblems. And he comes with a shield. I want to see this thing in plastic.
I want to see, because I also really want to know the price. If the price is like the 50 to 60, or almost 80, I might grab it, because I love 2002 He-Man. So I'll look great next to the Super 7 10-inch Turtles, especially.
Yeah. And then for some reason, the gallery cuts off with just the DC posters and doesn't get us the real Ghostbusters. Give me a moment. On the fly, things that... See, I knew I'd miss something. Right? I knew I missed something. While you guys are waiting, you can hit the like button if you haven't already.
It's like the stream, this movie-length stream.
It's a movie-length stream. Okay, I found the Mondo booth. Hold on. They had other stuff. They had Marvel stuff. They have 1/6 scale Marvel stuff. Here's your Spider-Man. Okay, there's a Spider-Man. There's a Venom. There's a Cyclops. There's a Gambit. There's a lot of 1/6 stuff. Their Lion-O looks crazy. Damn it, where is the Ghostbusters? Why can I not find the Ghostbusters? I know I saw them. They have 1/6 scale real Ghostbusters figures, and I will find them.
You need to call them. That's what you need to do.
Who do you want to call the... Yeah, I don't know why. Nobody has the galleries of the Ghostbusters. I'm looking, and I don't find them. Real Ghostbusters... Mondo SDCC 2024. Google, be useful for once, please.
They just give you AI stupid again.
Here we go. We found them. We found them, guys. We found them. We got one. Just ignore that it says MOTU. I'm just gonna goodbye MOTU Tech. Here we go. So these are 1/6 or 1/12 scale, not 1/6 scale. You're gonna get Peter and Sam Hain. I don't know. I didn't watch this show.
Spear Halloween, Samu Hain.
Yeah. And then also Egon will come with Boogeyman. These are going to be 2 packs. Then here's some pictures of them.
It's great to finally do the Ghost, because the problem with a lot of the other real Ghostbusters figures...
The problem with Ghostbusters figures...
Yeah, it's just been the Ghostbusters themselves, no ghosts, so it's nice that Also, the problem with I remember the Diamond when Diamond did before is they were using the movie sculpts as their bodies, which looks super weird next to their cartoon heads.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very glad these are just built from the ground up to be just cartoon figures.
So that's what they look like. Venkman and Samhain are going to ship this fall. Spengler will arrive in early 2025. Pricing still to be determined, and they're going to update on that later. Also, Hasbro had some of their recent Ghostbusters stuff on display, but it wasn't anything new.
It was just the O-ring figures and the scaled actual one.
Should we do a MOTU poll? Let's do a MOTU poll. And while we do MOTU, I'm going to talk about NECA stuff I care about. And nothing that I don't. Bad and don't care. $202 for the 2-packs? $202 per pack?
Ooh, boy.
Okay. I went from I'm mildly interested to I'm never buying those.
I'm hoping the
that's $100 a figure at 112.
I'm really hoping
I buy Super 7, and I think that's crazy.
I really hope the MOTU figures are that price then.
Yeah, I hope the He-Man's cheaper because I would like the He-Man, but not if he's going to be $100. Like I have a limit. I have a limit with 1/6 scale figures, or 1/12 scale. I mean, God, I'm messing up numbers. 6-inch figures. I got a limit, guys. All right, NECA time. They had a lot of stuff, as they do. NECA's amazing.
All right, we're saving the turtle stuff as its own category.
Turtle stuff as its own category. Yes. All right, we're getting Emotep from the Mummy. This is the original Boris Karloff version. This is great because in mummy form, he's not in the mummy form as much in the movie as he is in this form when he's restored. And I love that this is a figure because you get him in 3 different states of regeneration. Fantastic. Top tier stuff. We also are getting an Invisible Man in the bathrobe because we previously got him in the suit. And I think this is great. Love that crazy serial killer man. We're also getting this 4-pack. This is going to be the Wolfman, Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and Dracula with a pink coffin. And they're kind of meant to go with the Monsterizer, but they're based on the Burger King toys. Here's some shots of them. The Burger King toys of these monsters in the 90s looked like this. The funny part is that I know the Frankenstein at least was available through Loot Crate at one point. I don't know what happened to that because I don't follow Loot Crate stuff, but this is an open pre-order until August 15th on the NECA store for $150 for the 4 figures plus the coffin. Okay, I like these ideas a lot, but $150, they don't even have any accessories besides coffin. How much is that per figure? Can someone do math? I can't do math.
What, say again?
$150 for 4 figures.
$150 divided by
Divided by 4.
That's 37 per figure.
Okay, so that's normal. That's normal ultimate price, but these don't come with the accessories. You only just get the coffin. You don't get all the hands and the heads and stuff. So, yeah, that's where I'm like, price value wise, a little rough. Because the retro carded monsters don't come with accessories, but they were cheaper. They're $25 a piece. Anyways, they're cool though. Also, let me just click away. I'm not going to go through all the Ben Cooper kid Halloween mask things. They showed Vincent Price again. We talked about him before. We have seen Christopher Lee Dracula prior, but they showed Peter Cushing Van Helsing. I love this. I love these old movies, and I love that NECA's doing these because I'm all here for it. They're also getting a black and white Nosferatu, which I would say, how is that different than the normal one? But he comes in the full cloth robe in his wizard disguise thing going on when he's hiding himself in the carriage. These look amazing. Just absolutely love. I love my classic monster stuff so much. There also is Toonie Terror's classic monsters, which I think we'd already talked about prior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
For modern horror, they had some new stuff on display. There is an Ultimate Megan. Megan's. I actually really like that movie a whole lot. Ultimate Megan.
Does she have enough possibility to do the dance?
I think so. Looks like she's got the joints for it. She might be able to do the dance. There also will be a retro cloth Megan, so if you want one with soft goods, and they have some different
that one probably could do the dance than the plastic one.
Probably. The Elvira display had the different Elviras we've gotten so far, plus a new Commando Elvira, who comes with a bazooka.
Wait, where's this from?
Elvira does a lot of things, okay? She's a multi-talented woman. They also started they've also got a thing going on where outside of the first release of Black Dress Elvira, all the recent releases are using faceplate swaps. So you can swap the faces between all of them because they're all keyed the same.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I see Commando Elvira all getting is the Weird Al. What was that Weird Al movie?
UHF.
Yeah, USF.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
I know. I forgot when she did the Commando thing, but it's a thing. It is from the movie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Also, I was watching Pixel Dan's tour of the NECA booth with the NECA guy, and he pointed to the couch that's sitting behind Elvira, and he said, "Oh yeah, that couch looks a little small for an 8-inch retro cloth figure. Maybe it'll fit a 7-inch Ultimates figure." So there might be an Ultimates Elvira coming out later as well.
And will you get it?
Oh, absolutely. Especially when it comes to the couch. Beetlejuice had a display. Disappointingly, they've been reissuing their Beetlejuice figures with basically no articulation. But then they showed an Ultimate Beetlejuice that comes with this cool diorama that I don't think Toy Ark photographed. But they did say they are doing Beetlejuice figures for the sequel, and so I think we'll see some better Beetlejuice then. And yeah. And then going with other stuff, Sesame Street, I think, was one of the big things that people pointed out.
Yep.
Every figure will come with a letter, they said, and of course the letters they spelled out here were NECA.
Which is great.
But we got the Count, looking fantastic with a soft goods cape. We got Bert and Ernie as well, and they are Ultimate figures, so they will have all the articulation accessories, which is super duper cool.
Haslab Cookie Monster will be revived as NECA Ultimates Cookie Monster.
And just to throw salt in the wound, they're reissuing their Nightmare Before Christmas figures that notoriously break before you even get them out of the box.
I'll say, oh god, I remember these figures back in the day. I hope the Jakks.
I really hope they're better quality. In the world of Toonie Terrors, we got Jessica Fletcher from Murder, She Wrote, which is like a must-have. But they've also expanded out, and we're getting Home Alone. We're getting the two bandits, the kid, and the old man.
That's my favorite horror movie.
Yes, my favorite horror movie. Actually, Home Alone is kind of a horror movie if you think about it.
Yeah.
Also, there is an 8-inch retro cloth Jessica Fletcher from Murder, She Wrote.
I do love Harvey Martel. I do love the Toonie Terrors Harvey Martel don't look that different from their actors because they are already cartoon characters.
Right. Oh, and adding to this, we talked about it before that they're reissuing their Planet of the Apes figures, but on display are the reissues of Dr. Zaius, the Gorilla Soldier, General Ursus, and Zira. But what's kind of overglossed by a lot of people, including the people taking these photos, is that the figure in the middle is an ultimate action figure of the Gorilla Soldier, which means they're making new figures. They're not just reissuing what they've done before, but they have done a new figure in the form of this Ultimate Gorilla Soldier, which is different than the reissue Gorilla Soldier here. It's a new sculpt. And
so what you're saying, it's the return of the Planet of the Apes.
It is the return of the Planet of the Apes, yeah. And it's cool, too, because they used the re-release poster where it said, like, your movie theater wants you to go ape, then they'd marathon all 5 movies at a movie theater on a Saturday, which sounds just like the most cool. It sounds like the greatest thing ever. I wish I could have experienced that. But they use that poster. It's like, NECA wants you to go ape. So NECA is not just... I think what they're going to do is reissue the figures from before that are perfectly good. They're still up to modern standards. But I think we're going to start seeing some new figures thrown in, which is exciting because you guys know I love my Planet of the Apes. And that's pretty much it for NECA. So let's see. What was the poll on MOTU, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I see the chat. I see the demand for Columbo. I'm sure NECA does too. We need a Toonie Columbo. We need an Ultimate 8-inch Columbo.
And specifically too, we need Showa Columbo, Heisei Columbo.
Yes, exactly. Excited. Hey, you never know what they might make because somebody mentioned the 2001 remake. You never know. Okay. let's get into controversial news. You guys ready for controversial news?
Which one is this one?
You guys ready for controversial?
Are we at the P?
We're at the letter P. All right, we're not
Oh,
doing a
boy.
poll for this one. Power Rangers. All right.
Oh, no.
At Super 7's booth on display was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Deluxe metallic toy versions. These are the Super 7 Ultimates molds with the toy weapons that they already came with. No extra heads, no extra hands, no fancy stuff. Metallic painted, $35 a piece. They're going to be on Hasbro Pulse as exclusives, and they come in the classic style triangle boxes. It's interesting to see this because, you know, the current state of Power Rangers, but I actually kind of think this looks cool. I think this is like a
Honestly,
cool idea.
I was not super into the Super 7's Ultimates when they came out, but I don't know. These look better. Maybe them advertising them as just maybe toy tributes make them look a bit better.
Yeah, I think also, like, I was wondering, like, why the diamonds were so wide originally. And it's because they needed room for the chest emblems. Yeah, I think this was kind of maybe always the plan. But they're painted like the old 8-inch figures, and I think that's really cool. And I'll probably pick up one of them just to have one, because I think it looks neat. Oh, yeah, Benjamin Wiseman brought up a very good point. This is right up Super 7's alley as toy tributes. Yeah, exactly. I think these work better as toy versions than show versions, right? Like, just
I
like
think that was,
you said.
I think that was like kind of the problem with the original Ultimates line for Power Rangers. I think they should have just gone full in with the toy stuff instead of trying to be like sort of show style also, like Lightning.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool though. All right, next up. At the Boom Studios, at the Diamond Retailer Lunch event, which is an event for retailers to get information about upcoming comic books, word was posted that Boom Studios is relaunching the Power Rangers comics in November with Power Rangers Prime #1, with this one cover showing a very different looking Mighty Morphin Red Ranger.
I love that design. I would say I love that design.
I'm digging it, yeah. This, of course, Darkest Hour finale comes out this week, and that'll be the end of the original Power Rangers comics run. Now we're going to Power Rangers Prime. What this entails, who the creative team is, we do not know. This was mentioned at a behind closed doors event, and was announced later at the Boom Studios 20th anniversary panel, which means the Boom Studios Power Rangers panel was more about, let's do a Q&A with these Ranger actors talking about the comic they're working on with the anthology comic, less so than announcing something else. But they did announce it to the public. They just announced it to retailers first, which is pretty standard practice in this industry. And then lastly, for Power Rangers news, Playmates did have a panel, which we'll talk about later with TMNT, but they did mention that Power Rangers from Playmates Toys will be coming fall 2025, but don't expect any news before Toy Fair next year.
Please no, that's not the figure of the toys. That's just a key art render of Mighty Morphin Red.
Just a key art render.
Also, the logo is apparently updated, apparently.
Yeah,
like
it's
slightly updated.
It looks like a higher res logo. Like they kind of went in and tweaked it up. But we did get an update on the Playmates Power Rangers toys. They're going to be fall of next year. All right. You guys ready for some Star Trek news?
Star Trek. Let's go.
I'm not going to do a poll for this one either because the news is a little too straightforward for polls, to be honest. I like doing the polls with the toy stuff because I think we got a little bit more to work with. All right. I know Cass knows everything about Star Trek, right?
I know a lot.
You know a lot.
Yeah.
I know a lot.
We really do need to kickstart that Star Trek fighting game for Chaos.
We do.
Oh, bruh. You want to get me back in? That's how you do it. That's how Persona got me.
Yeah. Now, personally speaking, I thought Star Trek brought it this year. I was worried that Paramount was slowly, lightly killing Star Trek, to be honest, because of how many shows had been ending recently, right? I was like, what's the future of Star Trek at this point? That was a question on a lot of people's lips. I feel like the future of Star Trek is there's stuff coming. It's just not immediate, but it's coming. There's a lot of good news. What I find to be good news. Let's go with that. I know these things can be decisive and stuff, okay, guys, but we're just here to enjoy ourselves. All right. Okay, first up at the Jada Toys booth, we got a look at their cloth Sulu figure for their 1/6 scale line, or their 1/12 scale line for Kelvin Sulu. And then for the Exquisite Mini line, the 3 3/4 inch, they did have a Pike on display. Still looking for any woman.
Good old...
Wow,
no,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they haven't announced an Uhura yet. And I was like, where is she? We're doing Pike now and not Uhura? There also was an electronic Enterprise from the Kelvin universe as well on display. It has lights. I think it has lights. I don't think it has sounds, but they're doing a ship model as well. But let's get into the big news, which was the big Hall H Star Trek Universe panel. Starting off with Strange New Worlds Season 3, they showed a clip that has been divisive, to say the least. I'm kind of mixed on it. Strange New Worlds takes this very TOS-y approach, this loose approach to canon. It sometimes gets a little too loose. The clip shows several members of the crew being turned into Vulcans for some kind of mission, and then they get stuck as being Vulcans. But they act entirely like Vulcans immediately, as if the logic priority and the emotional suppression is a thing in Vulcan genetics, when in actuality it's through Vulcan training, because Vulcans experience intense emotions. So it kind of doesn't make like a lot of sense that they would suddenly be acting like pure Vulcans all of a sudden just because they had the genetics changed, because Vulcans have a lot of training to become how they are. So it's kind of like a weird mix. I think it's funny in a bubble, but then you start thinking about it too much and you're like, wait, okay, how does this work? So we'll see about that. Now, in the other news, though, they did cast another cast member. Killian O'Sullivan is going to be playing Roger Corby, who was originally played by Michael Strong in the original series. He was the fiancé of Nurse Chapel, which there was a storyline in the original series about that, but he's going to be appearing in this season. So it's connecting things between Strange New Worlds and the original series even further. Next up, Star Trek Lower Decks has its final season airing, which makes me sad because I love this show. I mean, it's Superman on a starship. How can you go wrong?
Yep.
October 24th, it'll start airing. It'll do a 2-episode premiere drop, and it will be its final season, which is sad, but they did put out a trailer, and the trailer homages the original Star Trek VI trailer, where it does like a montage of all their iconic moments, including a little moopsie. Which I'm sad the show's ending. I loved it a lot. The big shocker, though, is that a new Star Trek show was announced to be in development, which, with all the Paramount merger stuff going on, I actually found this to be shocking. But a new live-action comedy series will be coming from Justin Simeon and Tawny Newsome. Tawny Newsome is the voice of Beckett Mariner on Lower Decks. She is also a writer on Starfleet Academy, and now she is heading up the development of a new comedy show, which is described as being about Federation outsiders serving on a gleaming resort planet, hopefully Ryza. They find out that their day-to-day exploits are being broadcast to the entire quadrant. It is also said to be set in the 25th century, so around Picard times, not
So
Discovery
is this
times.
live action or animated?
Live action. It's like the people. It's like a Truman Show kind of thing. Is what it sounds like.
Oh.
But what I like about it is the fact that it's not another Star Trek show taking place on a starship going off to see things, because that can sort of get repetitive, right? And if we're going to have multiple shows, why not make them a little bit different? And I think this sounds like it could be really good. And also, Tawny Newsome is brilliant, and so if she's working on it, I have faith in it being interesting. And also, it kind of has the opportunity to really get into some crazy stuff with the Star Trek universe. Again, outside of the formula of Starfleet vessel on spaceship going through space. So, I'm just excited there's another Star Trek show. I was worried they were kind of killing the franchise. Next up, Star Trek Starfleet Academy. If it wasn't hooking you with Holly Hunter and Paul Giamatti, how about the fact there's 4 legacy characters in the show? Of no surprise, Mary Wiseman's Tilly, who was working as a Starfleet Academy instructor in season 4 and 5 of Discovery. She's going to be a recurring guest star. Tig Notaro, Jet Reno, who was on Discovery for 4 seasons, she's going to be back as well. Oded Fair as Admiral Vance as well. is coming back, which is great because that makes sense with Starfleet. He's like the head admiral and everything. And then Robert Picardo is returning as the Doctor, the hologram himself from Voyager. We do not know...
Not that Doctor.
The Doctor. The EMH himself, who was just in Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, Robert Picardo is going to be playing him as a series regular in Starfleet Academy. We don't know exact context of how the Doctor's hologram is there, if it's the same hologram for all the time. It's going to be fun, I'm pretty sure. That's a big headline, because now we got not just Holly Hunter and Paul Giamatti and the nice cast of new people that are playing the cadets. It's their big break, but now we got some legacy characters tying everything together. In addition to this, Gina Yashere is going to be playing one of the instructors at the Academy. So that's more of the... I think it's going to be like, young cast to get new people in, older cast to get the fans in. And I think that this is shaping up to be a very exciting series. Especially because this is like Robert Picardo coming back to play the Doctor again after many, many years. And I'm excited to see Starfleet Academy. It went from like, oh, I'll watch it. Oh, it's got Holly Hunter. Oh, it's got Paul Giamatti. To, oh, I need to watch this as soon as it comes out. Like, it's moving up in the ranks for me. And I think that's making it super fun. All right, adding to this, we got our first teaser trailer for Star Trek Section 31, the Paramount Plus movie coming next year. This is the spin-off featuring Michelle Yeoh's Mirror Universe Emperor Georgiou when she was returned back to the timeline. And she's going to be doing a Section 31 mission with a bunch of crazy-looking people. And it looks like it's going to be kind of completely bonkers. And I think that sounds fun because Michelle Yeoh doing completely bonkers is a good thing. Plus, technically, if you want to get technical, we finally got a new Star Trek movie after 8 years.
Yep.
I'm excited for this because it just looks, again, I would rather Star Trek do a bunch of different types of projects instead of just doing the same formula for every single one of them. So I'm all in for it. And this looks cool. All right. Star Trek Prodigy Season 2 escaped Netflix jail faster than any other TV show or movie in existence. Because you can already buy it on digital. And its Blu-ray comes out in November. But you can already watch Prodigy outside of Netflix less than a month after it hit Netflix, which is a great deal that Paramount got because now they're not losing money on the show. But the Blu-ray will include all new special features, and it will be the entire 20-episode season on one Blu-ray set, both Blu-ray and DVD available November 12th. I was so happy because that was my first question after finishing the season. I was like, this is a great show. When can I get my Blu-ray? And I thought it would be a year, but the fact that it popped out this quick, that's good news to me. Music to my ears. I was worried it would sit in limbo for a while.
Did they do like a complete season 1 Blu-ray set yet, or just stuck in 2 parts?
I think it's stuck in 2 parts, and my guess is it was going to be in 2 parts. So I think that I don't think they're going to go back and recompile. If the decision is made by Netflix to not make a 3rd season, maybe they'll compile season 1 and 2 together.
And if they don't, are you just going to make your own complete set?
Might as well.
Save space.
Mr. Tanuki, I do recommend checking out season 2 of Prodigy because I really like season 1, but like season 2 was like amazing. If you're a Star Trek fan, there's so many great things.
Question: how much did they get away for being a kid show, quote unquote kid show?
Okay, without spoilers, there's a certain event that kicks off the Picard series that gets referenced in this, and they don't even hold any punches on it. They get away with a lot for being the kid show. This show is great. It also brings back. It also brings back a character who has been completely had a bunch of disservice by the franchise, and this character and actor has been disserviced by the franchise and the fandom in a lot of ways. And they give them such a great spotlight and really amazing story that it makes up for some of the problems we had with other stories related to this character. I highly recommend it. It's amazing.
This is what they call getting crap past the radar.
Oh, totally, yeah. These kids almost die like 6 times a season. It's like my mom's always like, they're not going to die, right? It's a kid's show, right? And I'm like, yeah.
Well,
pretty sure.
Guys.
Oh boy.
Great show. Great show. All right. Paramount has extended their contract with IDW, so IDW will continue to publish Star Trek comics. They have this big 500th issue coming up later this year. I love the Star Trek comics at IDW. And the best news, the best thing to come out of the fact that Lower Decks is ending, is we are getting an ongoing Lower Decks comic. The story doesn't end. We're getting a Lower Decks comic book. And it's an ongoing, not just a tie-in miniseries like they tend to do. They did a tie-in miniseries with Lower Decks before, but we are getting a full-on comic. Covers promising as Mariner Boimler, Rutherford, Tendi, and Talin. So excited about this. It's like what they did back when Enterprise got canceled and they just started publishing books. They're like, let's just keep going. You know, I love that like Lower Decks is going to get to continue in the form of this comic. I also love this cover that makes Moopsie look even more innocent by having a bunch of flowers. And then you've got to remember that Moopsie drinks bones. I love Moopsie. I love Moopsie so much.
Is there a plush of Moopsie?
There is. I have it. We should have Moopsie on stream sometime.
We'll have Moopsie and Pochita together.
I should. Actually, I think Moopsie would eat Pochita, though.
Cool.
But no, I had Master Replicas made this Moopsie plush, and it's the sweetest thing, and I always forget this thing drinks bones. Also, there's this cover of Badgie and Moopsie together, and that's just terrifying. I love Lower Decks. That was the Star Trek news. I think it's amazing. I don't feel like we need to do a poll. I think we're gonna take one more break, and then we're just gonna burn through Star Wars, Ninja Turtles, Transformers, and Ultraman. I think we can knock this thing out in like another half hour. I need a break though. I need a little break just to
go get while you're on break. Go get Moopsie.
I'll go get Moopsie. Yeah, I'll go get Moopsie on break, and we'll have Moopsie come back with us. All right, and we'll be back soon. We're back. Hello, everybody. Here's Moopsy, as promised.
There's Moopsy.
There's Moopsy.
Look out! It's gonna eat your bones.
I love this thing. It's so soft, and like, look at his little, look at the Moopsy's little paw, like little paw pad things. It's just so
Look at
sweet.
it.
And then you
I
forget
love
that
this
it'll eat
creature.
your bones. All right, so Moopsy's gonna watch over us back here, off screen. Oh, not off screen. No, Moopsy's in screen. All right, guys.
If we look, both Vegeta and Moopsy are on screen. That's the most important thing.
Exactly. Got both. Star Wars. Let's just get to it. There's a 4-pack of Shriek-Hark Mandalorians for Vintage Collection, in case you wanted that.
Go more Blue Mandos.
The Hasbro PulseCon exclusive for Star Wars is going to be this Battle Droid and Stap. Kind of sucks it's a PulseCon exclusive, considering that's an army builder. The Star Wars panel was kind of a hot mess, honestly.
We got some updates on the Mondo stuff. So Pixeldan tweeted out, Wave 1 is He-Man and 2 soon-to-be-announced villains. Each wave will be 3 figures sold individually, and the price point is going to be cheaper than the real Ghostbusters figures.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm glad that the He-Man stuff's cheaper. Okay, Black Series Jedi. I'm sorry these images aren't higher quality, but this is just what Toy Arc has, and I ain't looking for new ones. Black Series Jedi Master Vernestra Rowe from Acolyte does not have her lightsaber whip, which is ridiculous considering lightsaber whip is the entire reason anybody knows this character prior to the Acolyte. It's like that and cover-ups. There's like her 2 things. And so, where's her damn lightsaber whip? Like, I know they're going to put her out in a slightly different version and she'll include the whip then. Good boy Basil.
All I see is a traffic cone.
I know, right? Good boy Basil is getting a figure. We're getting a Cassian Andor that's in a look that we haven't actually, I think, seen yet. I think he's actually a Season 2 figure. Oopsies. And I'm like, cool, I want to order that. And they're like, oh, he won't go up for pre-order. Neither will Deidre Miro. And I'm like, those are the 2 figures I want to buy. What do you mean I can't pre-order them? And they're like, oh, yeah, this will go up there and this will go up here. And I'm like, well, what about the 2 I want? I want Cassian and Blonde Bitch. Anyways, there's a Grand Admiral Thrawn for Vintage Collection based on Ahsoka. There's a Ahsoka the White for Vintage Collection and an Ahsoka the White for Black Series. There's also a Black Series Imperial Commando Trooper that I can't even remember where it's from because I don't even remember this. This Grogu with his like mobile suit in the form of IG-12 looks fun and super articulated, and it comes with a bunch of hey-heys. So I'm kind of into that. I'll probably end up picking it up. It's adorable. There's a deluxe Vintage Collection Cobb Vanth. There's a Blurg with the Mandalorian for Vintage Collection. The Armorer gets a playset with her Forge, which is pretty sick. And you can buy the Armorer separate, and then you buy the playset. Or no, she comes with the playset. Excuse me. There's a Jet Trooper from Jedi Survivor. The Black Series pipeline reveals are way more exciting than the actual reveals. Master Kolanaka from the Acolyte. Moff Gideon in his armor. Praetorian Guard for Moff Gideon. Anakin Flashback from Ahsoka. Captain Rex Phase 1. Commander Braca. The freaking Commando Droid. And Prince Shizor from Shadows of the Empire. And then for Vintage Collection, it's going to be Indara, Yor, Deidre, Obi-Wan, Clone Trooper, Mandalorian, and then Shin, Hati, and Baylan Skull, a.k.a., hey, remember all those figures in Black Series you guys wanted in Vintage Collection? Well, now they exist. And that's it. That was all. That's it.
I would say, I'm looking at a clip of Moopsy from the show. Oh my god, I love this thing.
Don't you love Moopsy? Like,
I love the waddle. I love how he waddles everywhere.
I know. I don't know who decided that this terrifying beast was going to be cute, and it was going to walk like a potato sack.
I know. I love it.
It's a potato sack with legs. It's adorable.
Pretty much. It pretty much is.
I love Moopsy.
I love it. Just a Pokemon. Just Moopsy.
Moopsy. It's just so unassuming, and it's just like, I love it. All right, it's Turtles time.
Oh boy, we have a lot to talk about with this.
This is Turtle surfed in away from the path. Sorry, anyways,
Pass.
I guess I
I'll
streaming this
Turtles
much.
counted off, but all right.
Turtles counted off. 1, 2, 3, 4. We
2,
got the
3,
Christmas
4.
ones. We gotta get a
can't
gift.
believe
Gotta
you
get
did
a
it.
gift. Gotta give a
Yeah,
gift for Splinter.
give for Splinter.
Spoilers.
Oh
the gift is
I
the gift is
remember that.
nightmares.
The rap.
Yeah.
Shredder's Throne is now out for pre-order
God.
in case you guys wanted Shredder's Throne. There's black and white versions of all the Monster Turtles. They said there's more Monster Turtles coming. They're just this is like a stop.
Man, I want that Shredder.
That's Shredder cool.
I love Secret Shredder. Love his buzzsaw helmet.
We're getting an Ultimate Cartoon
Yeah.
Slash, which is awesome. Looks great.
Cause what his birthday.
We're also getting Ultimate Cartoons Shredder, who
Finally.
is brand new mold, pinless, looks way better.
Honestly, it's kind of about how long they waited to make a new Shredder, because that's because he was like, I think the only time I think he got released was in like a weird like Loot Crate style. You get a Target was based off the pinball game, so it was really nice to finally releasing Cartoon Shredder. Also, I love he has the chef's hat.
I love the chef's hat. You get a couple disguised turtles here next to Worm and Tattoo, who will be a 2-pack. We are getting so in the weeds with these characters. This is insane.
I know Tattoo was in Planet of the Turtles. I don't know. Yeah, no, Worm was in one episode.
Yeah. And also Vacation, Bebop, and Rocksteady, because we are really in the weeds on this line.
I know.
Donatello's lab was on display.
Oh my god, Tattoo comes with his weird hamster form he turns to.
Yes, he does. Tattoo does come with his hamster form. The Turtle Stump Wrestling 4-pack is going to be coming out soon. They showed this for the first time last Comic-Con. They said it's coming. This is from the Archie comics, which is cool. And
I think it's probably next year's Turtle 4-pack, because they always do a Turtle 4-pack every year.
Cry and Hound went up for pre-order during Walmart Collector Con, and there is this dude, the crocodile dude. I didn't read the Archie comics.
Well, they ain't got the companions coming out, because the Archie stuff is really good. I think you'll like the Archie
Leatherhead.
stuff.
That's Leatherhead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and also this Mondo Gecko with his stoner hair. I'm kind of digging it.
Yeah, no, because the Archie stuff were a little bit more influenced by the Playmate toy designs than the '87 cartoon.
They completely changed the sculpt on Mirage Leatherhead. He looks completely different than he did last year.
I think the last one we saw was just kind of like a macaque. It didn't have any joints or anything like that. This one's probably going to be more closer to final. Completely
different sculpt, but he looks good. The best reveals, I think, for the Mirage stuff for me. Oh, there's this one-shot comic turtle guy. Anyways, we got Karai Shredder.
Finally, Mirage Karai.
Mirage Karai. We got this old Wanderer, Raphael. That was from a one-shot. And we have actual frickin' April O'Neil from the Mirage comics.
Original first appearance April. Black April.
Black April is real.
Cry, all you losers.
Exactly. They said this is specifically based on the issue 11 cover.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. That's my top figure of Turtles right here.
It's
original, great. Actual April, right? Right, Jerry?
She got the fro and everything.
I mean, that is how she looked in the comics, right there.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. You can't tell you people who lie about April's not black. She literally has a fro.
I know. Right?
And not even just on the cover, but in the interior art.
Exactly.
Also. I'm really glad she's in her jacket look. I love the jacket look for April.
I do too. Naked Triceratons, Triceraton gladiators. I don't know, they're just naked Triceratons. Super Turtle. They're getting in the weeds with this too. You know what I mean?
One of those things where it's like, wow, I keep forgetting how close the Talon Tree series was.
Yeah.
Because this was Turtle Titan in that series.
Last Ronin's starting to make some of the figures I was wanting them to make, like April. Like the baby turtles.
Yeah, they're not because I think they're almost done with the original. Have they done Karai's son yet?
No, those baby turtles don't mutate. Okay, good. They don't change form.
Yeah, no, they're just
that's it. Those are the new Tales of TMNT figures.
I just have an old memory of being terrified of those figures because I when they transformed, I was scared of them. I was like 5.
So what's cool is we are getting the new generation of turtles, the new 4 plus April Casey's daughter, which is cool. I think that's a great thing.
Because it's not surprising they're moving forward.
Apparently. Battle Damage Ronin is coming. This is cool. This is cool. Because I kind of want the new gen of Turtles.
Yeah, they're running low on the first comic, so we might as well get to the last year's, right? Is when they debuted the new generation.
Right? Yeah, they debuted in last year's, and then they're the main stars of Last Ronin 2 Revolution. So, Last Ronin stuff's cool. All right, there was a Toys of the TMNT panel run by Paramount. So this was every company. The original Sketch Turtles in the sketch colors are apparently going to be Walmart exclusives and outside of Comic-Con.
Yeah, because was it Comic-Con had the color versions, right?
No, the color versions are at Target.
No. These are the Playmates. No, these are the Playmates one. I thought you talked about the
Playmates one. Sorry, yeah, I should have distinguished it. The Playmates ones, the black and white versions are probably going to be at Walmart later. There was some Mini-Mates. There was the NECA Sketch Turtles, which are in color at Comic-Con. Playmates presentation, they were like, here's our mix and match Mutations figures. Slapshot Leo and Mikey the Sewer Surfer are re-releasing. Toka and Raza are re-releasing. Movie Splinter's re-releasing. Black and white.
No, not re-release. It's a fake. I dub a
That's
fake
right.
re-release because it's
it's a re-release outside of that 6-pack that it was part of before. It's a single
that was
release.
also. No, it's the same one for that 6-pack.
Yeah,
but just,
that's what I meant by re-release. Not a re-release of the vintage toy, but a re-release of the recent toy. They're re-releasing the 2012 Turtles.
This is not the first time. This is not the first time they been released. They've been released at Walmart a couple years ago.
Did they re-release the Shell Razor before though?
No, that's new. I am annoyed that they're re-releasing the Wave 1 figures and not the Battle Shell because the Battle Shell ones are actually cartoon accurate. But then again, who doesn't? I mean, that doesn't matter when we get to the later in the news.
So they did confirm that quarter 2025 will have Uno and Moja at $36.99 each, and then quarter 2 2025 will have Yi and Odin, but Odin will be $49.99 as opposed to the other three, which are $36, because Odin's just bigger.
I haven't read last year. Are there other new generations made after? Are they made after Gods?
Yeah, I think so.
So I haven't read.
They have a different naming scheme. There specifically are Last Ronin 2 versions, not last year's versions as well.
Okay.
They did show Ace Duck for the Intergalactic Wrestling line for the Ninja Turtles Adventures. Ace Duck will be $50 because he's big, and also El Mysterio.
Big Duck, Big Duck,
Swole Duck. This was the big news. This is the thing that I thought was the best thing NECA did. Outside of the proper April.
This
2012 Michelangelo. He will have 8 hands, pizza, 2 different heads, nunchucks, skateboard, and the frickin' ice cream kitty that Playmates canceled twice.
Ice cream kitty! Ice cream kitty!
We'll be releasing in 2025 for $36.99. I'm in for 2012 Turtles. Give them to me.
I was slow.
You know what? That's actually not so bad considering what it comes with. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I stopped collecting Mirage. I will pick a Karai in April though, but I just couldn't fit in the budget. But this one, I'm gonna go in for alongside Super 7003. This made me so happy. Now, come on, one company, please do Collector Rise.
Someone's got to do Rise now. Yeah. All right, Turtles of Grayskull updates. Here's a new Raphael. He's in. It's called Reptile Wars, not like Snake Men, but it's like Reptile Wars is the second line, and this is like a snake armor Raphael. That was what Mattel really had to show. Super
this is inspired by Snake Armor, He-Man from 2000X, which I like.
Yeah. Super 7 talked about how the pre-orders close tomorrow for the 2003 wave. And they announced that Wave 2 is going to be Shredder, Splinter, Foot Ninja, and Casey Jones.
Yes, I'm so glad. I thought they're just going good to do one wave and just wait and see.
Yeah, no,
they do well. But
the next wave of Ultimates is another 2003 wave.
That made me so happy. I'm like that. I'm full in. I was gonna get the Turtles anyways, but like now they're doing.
I'm skipping the Foot Soldier, but I'm in for the other 3. Unless the Super Pack has Casey Jones accessories, in which case I guess I'm buying a Foot Soldier.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just can't wait. Really hoping April's in the next. I really hope April's in the next wave though.
I think so. I think the next wave is probably April, Karai, Hun.
Fugitoid probably.
Fugitoid,
yeah.
I'm excited.
I can't wait.
I think the response was good. That's why they're like, let's just go for another wave. Iron Studios, I don't know your business. Your statues. Let's just clip past you. Funko and Mondo. Cool. That's all good. Moving on. The NECA sketch turtles in black and white with a little red will be a Walmart exclusive. Ooh. This is the tag we've seen go up at some Walmarts. So if you want the black and white versions, they're at Walmart. So, but it hasn't been said that they're Walmart exclusives. Just that they'll be available at Walmart. So we shall see. Also, after leaking and people already owning it, Tatsu from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and 2 live action movies is a real figure. He was already out before they announced him. I don't know why they waited that long. What are they, Hasbro? But he is...
Can I get all 4 turtles to hit him?
Yep.
Yes. And so he does exist. They said they reached a deal with the actor because that was an issue before. And he does exist now, which is cool.
That's great. I love that too.
Awesome. Ninja finish.
Ninja finish.
Ninja finish.
I love
and then the TMNT panel for Playmates featured some new figures for the mix and match, including Wingnut, Genghis Frog, Pigeon Pete. I don't know if you've seen those before. I'm just going to say words.
Pigeon Pete was in
It doesn't matter. Mustang Sally, Lee the Eel, and Goldfin. We're just going to go through what was shown.
These are single card. I think these figures they announcing were in a leak in a multi-pack. They're going to be releasing a multi-pack also alongside these single card releases.
Awesome. There's also a Mutant Maker playset, which just looks weird.
But those Twisted Mutants are just reshelled versions of 2012 toys, by the way.
And there's the original sewer layer coming back, I think.
Because they.
Oh wait, no, that's right. These are we're thinking of doing these original sewer layer, original mutant module, classic mutants like Scale, Tail, Anthrax, and Worm, and oh yeah, so that was like they had a slide that said like we're thinking about. It's not like they've confirmed those.
I know they on Amazon they released the Technodrome.
Yeah.
So I think it is slightly different. I think it's like slightly smaller, but it's smaller,
but it still does the same things.
Mm-hmm.
They did say that the next 2 remastered figures they're showing is Shredder and Rocksteady.
So they are going to go full in. So it isn't just like a one-off.
They made it sound like those turtles were a one-off, and now they apparently are going in on them. Money is money.
The texture, the super texture works more than Rocksteady because a Rhino at least has that texture. I'm curious,
original sketch figures of Karai, Shredder, and Bebop.
Karai Shredder, interesting.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Karai Shredder there. And then
that's Rokasaki. Rokasaki had that weird long hair.
Maybe it is just Rokasaki. It looks like Karai Shredder. I was looking at like the frame of the body, and then for some reason,
Mirage Shredder was a really lanky dude.
All right, chat, because we need engagement to keep going. TMNT, amazing, good.
So the super set, the 2012 and the 2003 stuff just made me super happy to see.
Yeah, my top 3 is the 2012, the 2003, and the proper April.
Mm-hmm. Those are great.
The true April.
I feel like it's. I guess we'll see what the.
Let's see what the response was. I will say that it does feel like there's like too many TMNT toys, and I'm scaling things back just to live.
I'm just scaling. I'm just gonna pick up the Karai and April, and that'll be it for Mirage. Maybe pick up the Jack Kirby though, just because it's Jack Kirby. But like, yeah, I'm going.
Oh, I don't even think of Jack Kirby as a TMNT figure. I think of Jack Kirby as Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby.
That he was a TMNT figure.
You know what? Jack Kirby should have a crackle as his
accessory.
Yes.
The Kirby crackle.
But the 2012 and 2003, that's definitely gonna go in on those, especially because those might be my only chance, probably.
AR asked a good question.
I was actually gonna say that's actually one to. He asked if the Terminator has the most toys by different.
I think
toy
so.
makers.
So I don't think anybody else is doing it like that, like Turtle.
I mean, I'm glad that it looks like Playmates is. I remember like last year, like Playmates was super like, no, you cannot do this.
Yeah,
and such.
But now it's just open. It's open season.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna end the poll. Poll says.
44 good, 40 amazing. Okay. 15 don't care, 0 bad.
Cool.
Yep.
I think that's about right. It's good. Transformers. Takara decided, hey, it's Comic-Con, we're gonna show weird shit. Missing Link Sentinel
Okay.
Prime is based on desaturated, poor film stock quality VHS versions of G1 where Prime looked like this.
That's amazing.
They're
That's
like,
how
we need
they
another
got
use
that
out of
color
this
scheme.
mold,
I mean, I'm sorry that they didn't call it Splendus Convoy, honestly.
right? They're like, no, it's Sentinel Prime.
I mean,
If
I
you
don't know
want,
why.
is he Sentinel cannot make up his mind. Is he blue? Is he orange? Is he yellow? Who knows?
if you want Super Starscream from Armada, apparently you have to go only through Takara.
Yeah, this is stupid. I don't know why the
Why is he not
Superstar
in
has
Hasbro's line?
Thundercracker.
We got room.
Yeah, like just a straight repaint, not even like a remodel. Like if they do Thundercracker, I mean Skywar.
Yeah.
At least Thundercracker / Superstar. Yeah, like why is he not like? He probably. I'm hoping he might be a
Also, missed
post-con
opportunity.
thing
They could have
also.
painted. I know they painted the Star Saber with more paint to be more accurate than the one that came with Starscream, but it could have been the Dark Star Saber.
Yeah.
All right, Nemesis Prime on the right is the Beast mold, and chair. Okay, moving on. At Comic-Con, Omega Prime was on display, and this little Titan Master squeaked his way in. It's Cerebros from RID.
There's our bonus.
And yes, they did confirm it is coming with Omega Prime. This is a bonus Titan Master. They said one of the reasons they wanted to include it is because there's Titan Master compatible features in Omega Prime, and they wanted to make sure you could use them out of the box if you didn't have any Titan Masters. And they thought it was a neat bonus to include a Cerebro. It's not saying that they're going to make a Brave Maximus, even though I want them to.
Please.
We're at least getting the Headmaster.
Also, the reason why they did say the reason why we haven't got any updates for a while for this thing because apparently they just got the prototype in. Apparently,
Apparently it just showed up, so
also God, that Brave Sword's huge.
it is. And it's still not shipping till fall 2025, so we're still a year out. Plus.
Also, more updates on the Mondo stuff. Apparently, the reason why the Ghostbusters things are so expensive because it might be due to licensing. Apparently.
Oh my God, Sony, why? Sony's like that. So remember we talk about the Spider-Man tax, right?
Yeah.
Where every Spider-Man is proportionally $5 more expensive than it should. Oh my God. All right. Anyways, the PulseCon exclusive for this year for Transformers is going to be Dino King, aka what we expected, considering that we called this ever since the core Dinobots existed. He does have new hands and feet though, and a weapon, which is rad. This will be an $80 set. I know a lot of us were like, oh, 80? And then we did the math in the Discord, and actually the core Dinobots cost 72 in total.
Yeah, so it's not too bad, but still, it's like
it's still a lot.
But
I like it, and I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There's a reason why core class is going away because there's a reason why core class is going away because I think sadly the price for what you're getting is sadly just not up for it.
I do think that, yes, they look a little weird in Dino mode and Robot mode, but in combined mode, it really gives the Dino King feel. It's not like as if they made new molds. It just never was going to happen. You're not going to do Dinosaur Pretender Combiner. Like, that's not happening.
I'm just happy that they have actual hands and feet.
Yep. Because the combined mode's what's staying in for me.
Because the original Volcanicus has hands that are also guns and Dinobots, and they aren't great. He has no feet.
Yep.
He just uses the stubs of the legs as feet.
All right, Transformers' Comic-Con panel was a little light, I will say, because we are in a transition period, and that's fine. I'm fine with light. I have 2 more Leader Class Transformers that showed up today. I'm cool with light, okay? Core Class Studio Series Bumblebee Starscream, which I felt like we already knew about. We also got Red Guy. Concept art Red Guy. Cool.
You know, he's more black than red.
His name is Red Guy. Reactivate Bumblebee's getting a single release, and I was like, why not Soundwave? The one I actually want to buy without buying the Optimus.
Or Optimus.
Or Optimus. They're like, here's Reactivate Bumblebee.
I mean, also, where's that game?
That game's so dead. The fact they're re-releasing this is they're like, we're never going to recoup the costs we lost on this thing. Look, if Reactivate comes out one day, great. I have no faith in it ever seeing the light of day at this rate. All right. Transformers 1 Megatron. With his very high waist.
I hate this Megatron. It looks gross. I hate it.
I don't know what's up with his leg. And he also has that same weird plastic color that that Optimus had. So at least they match. The best reveal of the whole thing for me is collaborative Knight Rider. It's Agent Knight. It is Kit. It turns into a robot that looks kind of like David Hasselhoff. It has lights and sounds, so that means you have not only the running light bar that Kit is famous for, but you also have Kit's voice in it as well.
Okay, so you must be because I thought they're using the DATs and molds. No, but if he has lights, then he must
Brand
be
new
bigger.
mold.
He's just inspired by the DATs and like molds.
Inspired by the DATs and molds, brand new mold, $50. Which I actually think he's worth $50 more than the Turtles to me personally, because lights and sounds are a big thing.
So the fact that it has lights and sounds, like I haven't got a Transformer with lights and sounds in years.
Exactly. I also have plenty of Turtle stuff, but I don't have that much Knight Rider stuff, so I'm 100% in on this. This is cool. I like this. This is my favorite collaborative thing since the Monsters. Then they pipeline revealed.
So here's the thing. For the next collab, what do you want personally that they haven't done as their next collab Transformer?
Let's ignore Universal Monsters because that's just a whole list.
Besides those, because they're clearly doing them already.
Yeah.
Like I think they haven't touched yet.
I want a Tron. I want a Light Cycle. I want a Light Cycle Transformer.
Oh, Tron makes sense, yeah.
And I mean original Light Cycle, because you don't have the bulk in the Legacy Light Cycle.
I mean, I guess you could heavily remove the animated prom mold, maybe.
You could. But I mean, I would love a Light Cycle that turns into a program. Like, have the classic Tron program design as the robot, you know? Because in the movie, they grab the bar and then they turn into the Light Cycle, so it kind of already is half there. Pipeline reveals were not shocking for the most part. First of all, Cosmos is getting reissued, confirmed. We've had this in listings. I'm so glad because I never got him.
I did.
My Walmart never stocked Velocitron more than once. G2 Breakdown, good for those that need it. Origin Bumblebee, in case you missed them, since they finally went back and finished with Wheeljack. Armada Wheeljack, not surprising because we have the Shattered Glass one.
I'm sorry it took this long for him. He's probably my most excited because it's something new instead of like a release.
Ramjet's back. That is Ramjet, right? Ramjet's back out.
Dress is red. Ramjet's white.
Dirge is blue.
Dirge is blue. Yeah.
Tarn is back out. I got the 4-pack Tarn. I'm good now.
The Tarn one's weird because I thought that was the purpose of the 4-pack is to release Tarn.
Galaxy Shuttle, which is good because that was not available at all.
That one I'm happy about. He's coming back. So I guess that.
And then the Blitzwing, Overcharge, the Blitzwing retool.
God, no, not again. This thing shelf forms all over my area. Not
so
again.
the question that was on a lot of people's lips who follow listings is, what happened to Sure Shot again?
Which one is Sure Shot?
Sure Shot's the yellow Autobot Target Master.
Right.
He was in listings, then he was dropped, then he was in listings again, and now he didn't show up in the pipeline. Same with the Core Class Dinobot. So
maybe saving for Prime for the next line.
This is why I always say This is why we don't cover listings, because listings are not final products. I'm most excited about Cosmos because I missed out on this toy.
Yeah, but I say this is a good catch up way for people who missed.
Also, out of this whole panel, all I want is Red Guy, Cosmos, Wheeljack, and Kit, and I'm good. All right. There was some. There's
also. Do you have the panel reveal? Because it's so weird. They didn't reveal.
Oh right. At the panel, not in the video that Hasbro. Oh, by the way, shout out to Hasbro. I loved how you had videos for all the panels that went up at the same time as the panel. So if you weren't there, you could follow along. At the panel. Oh wait, there was. Oh, I forgot about a couple. Oh wow, TFW's images were all out of order.
Oh no!
Oh no!
We aren't done yet. Whoopsies. Okay. War for Cybertron Ratchet. Okay. Commander Optimus we talked about ad nauseum. A re-release of Jetfire, Optimus, and the RC triplets for Revenge of the Fallen's 15th anniversary.
Ugh.
I feel so old.
It's nice to doing that. It's a great way to get those out again.
Ruckus and Bludgeon Amazon exclusive 2-pack now confirmed. Because those had leaked before. And, we were supposed to talk about Sergeant Slaughter. The Triple T, which is Sergeant Slaughter's vehicle, turns into Cup. Great character pairing. This is not like when Bumblebee. Bumblebee was the Jeep thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really glad it's Cup. It's someone you don't expect. Also, I have a question. I asked this earlier. Is the Vant one of the vehicles that you reused in the G.I. Joe Street Fighter line?
Maybe.
because you
Which
must
one?
when you,
Which vehicle?
for the GI Joe, because I know there's several GI Joe vehicles they repainted.
There were.
I just not sure if the Vamp was one of them. If it is, you should. If you do the
I
rundown,
remember.
if you do the run, when you do the
I'll
rundown,
look into it later. Let's get back on track. It's already 8:30. So the other thing at the panel itself, they did confirm Studio Series Devastator, and he is going to be 2 Deluxes, 2 Voyagers, and a Commander Class 2 pack.
It's going to be like how they did the movie Devastator.
Yeah.
It's individual releases, which I'm really glad because Commander Wars Devastator is the mess.
And they also confirmed that it will be all 6 components will release in 2025.
So that's nice. So I guess one per wave, I guess.
So I could be like Menasor, where it flew into another year. All right. That was Transformers. Transformers 1 had another trailer. I think this shows more of the story of the movie, more of the atmosphere, and more of the movie's tone itself. It's comedy, but it's not only comedy. I really like this trailer. I'm very excited for this movie. Cool. Moving on, because we don't have time to discuss. Transformers, the Transformers comics, kicking along. Danny Warren Johnson won an Eisner Award for his work on Transformers, and Transformers won an Eisner Award, which are the big awards done for comics every year at San Diego Comic-Con. Big deal.
Also, PSA, don't listen to what Lorenzo says about the TF movies. I don't think he knows what he's talking about at the time.
Oh, yeah. Lorenzo Di Bonaventura, the producer on the Transformers movies, do not listen to him when it comes to continuity. He is just making stuff up, okay? The guy has... Because the text of the movies is all that matters. End of story. All right. Transformers number 13 will introduce Omega Supreme, available in October. Transformers number 15 will bring Jorge Corona back on art, which is exciting. And we are also getting stuff in Void Rivals, where things aren't looking good for Dark and Void Rivals, and some cool covers. They're doing a lot of stuff with the Season 3 characters, like Hot Rod.
I love it. As someone who loves Season 3. As someone who loves Season 3, it warms my heart seeing
Void Rivals. If Season 3 was made with quality.
Yep.
All right, let me do one poll for Transformers. I think it'll be our last poll of the day, because I don't want to do another one. Transformers. This goes for everything, but mostly toys, because it's, toy brand. I found the Transformers reveals to be good, because we've been bombarded with so many Transformers things that I was fine with going out, I only want like 3 toys, or 4 toys, That's it.
That's how I am.
I think
it wasn't mind-blowing, but it wasn't bad either.
I think it's just one of those you compare it to the Marvel and the G.I. Joe. It's just so, underwhelming.
It's very weak sauce.
It really was. Yeah, it kind of was. Especially compared to Marvel.
Marvel and G.I. Joe brought it hard.
But it wasn't offensive,
Yeah.
It wasn't Star Wars.
It wasn't Star Wars, where Star Wars can't even get us the whip for the character that's known for having a whip. You know what I mean? Like, it's her whole thing is whip. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why she and fun fact, she doesn't even use the regular saber in the series. So her including only the regular saber and not the whip is actually kind of stupid.
Wow.
It's just like, why even make the figure? If you're not going to.
I like those Dinobots.
I love Dino King's
the one I'm getting that. As much as the price bugs me, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I'm a Japanese Transformer sheep.
Yep. I love Victory in particular. If it's Master Force or Headmasters, I'm not as but like Victory, I'm there for Victory. Let me get this all set up here. We got Ultraman and some stray news, and we're done. We're getting this done.
All right.
We're almost done.
All right, ending poll, Transformers, the audience has spoken. I'm waiting for the poll results to pop up.
68 good, 15 amazing, 10% don't care, 5% bad.
Pretty solid, actually. It was not bad. All right. This also counts in the Marvel news, but it's Ultraman that's the focus. All right.
Da-da-da! Ultraman.
As we discussed...
Don't forget the Sirens.
Yeah. Ultraman Cross Avengers will be landing in August in comic shops, 4-issue miniseries, which is exciting. But also on the Viz Manga app starting August 14th, it will be free on the Viz Manga app without the solution or without the subscription, will be Ultraman Along Came a Spider, which is promising Ultraman crossing over Spider-Man and Doctor Doom as the villain.
It's made for you.
who made this for me because I love it. And that specifically is Shigenobu Matsumoto with art by Tomo Hirokawa. And it is an original story. Amazing. And I'll be on the Viz Manga app, so it'll just be easy to read because you can just pull up the app and read it. Good stuff. I'm very excited about that. Both of those are launching the same day, August 14th, which is pretty amazing. All right, next up, Ultraman Blazar is coming to Blu-ray already.
Which is really shocking, because you think we Zet next.
Blazar just finished airing, like, in January. The Blazar movie came out in March. And Ultraman Blazar...
And the dub did premiere on Comic-Con.
Yes, and at Comic-Con, right before the screening of Ultraman the Blazar, the movie with the English dub, they announced that Ultraman Blazar, the complete series plus movie, will be coming to Blu-ray from Mill Creek in October. And that is insanely fast. And
I wonder the reason why they're doing Blazar is since there's no more Showa sets, they can't do the old new.
Yeah,
they used
I
to
also
sell.
think because they haven't released the Blazar movie at all outside of Asia, they wanted to get the movie out. I think that was the main purpose. Now, will it have a weird markup because it's such a recent series? We will be yet to wait to see, but I would
love that love the interior. I'm assuming that's the interior cover with the Blazar black hole behind it.
I think so too. They did say October. Then they corrected it with a tweet saying it's actually August. And then they corrected it with a tweet saying, actually, sorry, it's October 29th.
They had to double-check their notes multiple times.
They had to double-check their notes. And they even made a joke. They said, how are we supposed to translate roar in an email? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right. Now, that's it for Ultraman news. For Stray news, this is just whatever didn't fit anywhere else. Doctor Who is getting a new spin-off series called The War Between the Land and the Sea. This will be a spin-off starring Gugu Mbatha-Raw and Russell Tovey, playing different characters than they played before. They've both been in Doctor Who before. One's been in Marvel, one's been in DC. But they've both been in Doctor Who before, but they're not playing the same characters, playing new characters. And Gemma Raygrave and Alexander DeVirent will be returning as two unit members, Kate Stewart and whatever that guy
so possibly our first unit series?
Yes.
Forever, honestly.
So, just because of the name, War Between the Land and the Sea, I'm like, so Doctor Who meets Groudon and Kyogre?
Aqua versus Magma, yeah. Also, man, you really shows how down the rabbit hole we are. Now we're finally covering Doctor Who news.
We are covering Doctor Who news.
Right.
It is going to be a 5-part special series. It's not going to be like an ongoing spinoff at the moment. It's going to be a 5-part special series. And it will be, so it'll be it's going to be without the Doctor, but it will be with Unit as like the main characters. People have speculated that Gugu and Russell will be playing alien characters to kind of distinguish them from the parts.
Honestly, I'm not surprised because they've been building up the Unit cast since.
I mean, they gave them a really cool set last season, so
yeah. Please have the child with the machine gun roller again.
Yes. I want all the children with their machine guns. There also was a preview of the upcoming Doctor Who Christmas special. But this was the Doctor Who news of the convention. Pretty cool.
Have you got a sonic screwdriver yet?
I haven't bought my sonic screwdriver yet because Hasbro decided to flood me with toys instead. All right, and then lastly, a Netflix series, Gundam Requiem for Vengeance, the Unreal Engine series, put out a new trailer and says it's coming out October 17th. Do you know what my thoughts are on it? I didn't even bother watching this trailer because I just want to see the thing already. I'm not excited for it, and I haven't ever been.
Was this? No, I'm thinking something else that was like for the Apple.
The VR, Silver Phantom is the VR project.
Yeah.
Those are the only Gundam animation projects this year, by the way. After Seed Freedom, all we get is a VR thing and an Unreal Engine show.
When it comes to this, I want to explain it. I'm also a Gundam nut.
You sent me a meme, Jerry. Do you want to use that as your reaction?
That was the reaction. Yes.
This one.
Yes, that is my reaction. That's why I sent it to you about Gundam.
That's the Kaus reaction. For me, I'm not like hating it, but I'm also not like excited for it. It's just not my. It's not my Gundam jam.
I'm tired. I'm tired. Universal Century.
I'm tired of 1 year war.
That's what I'm hungry. You're hungry for Gundam, and they're like, "Here's bland, tasteless oatmeal."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm actually like really digging Kogias, and I never really got into Kogias, but like the new Kogias series is like actually like it's like vibing with me much more than the original series. We're not covering
I am
it.
more tired of 1 Year War than I am of Suicide Squad, and that's saying something.
legit.
Yeah,
I mean,
oh
you put a show out with Frankenstein in it, and I couldn't get excited because it was too much like Suicide Squad. This is the level of burnout I am on a couple of these ideas.
We're not covering it, but I do want to point out. I want to talk about Jazzwares is doing their own like anime heroes line. They announced at Comic-Con also.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was weird.
Photo Anime. It was weird because, but it was like really cool. That's just really nice to see more budget-friendly anime figures.
I do wish they
who...
got some different licenses though, so it's not so overlappy with Bandai.
Yeah, overall, yeah, but it's weird.
They're like, here's Chainsaw Man, and I'm like, okay, we've already got
My Hero and
Chainsaw
Jujutsu Kaisen.
But then they said Tokyo Ghoul, and I was like, oh, that's different.
Well, yeah, because I think they're getting their license from Crunchyroll, so that's more of a weird. I'm not sure how that works, but like it's a more wild. Because I think Bandai only can do Salacia properties.
Yeah.
So the fact that Jazzwares can grab a little bit more stuff is more cool. Honestly,
I think so
I'm just happy. I mean, the fact they're doing also multiple like face plates and they come with stands, a lot of parts for like $20. I think they said $20 at Amazon, and at retail they're aiming for $17.99 or $17. It's really, honestly, really impressive. Yeah. Honestly, to see.
Pretty cool
I'm just happy. Just really cool to see more budget-friendly anime figures because not everyone can afford Figuarts.
Exactly. I know I can't.
Because I love my Figuarts, but I'd rather have good budget-friendly stuff. You know, like my Figuarts. It doesn't seem like I'm picky, but I am kind of picky. You know.
My collection is half like Bandai America stuff, half Figuarts. That's my collection.
That's how my One Piece collection is. I don't have any One Piece Figuarts currently, but I have Luffy and Nami and Shanks and Ace and I'm gonna order Zoro because I love the pre-time skip designs more than the post-time skips. That's the thing. We're done, guys. We made it.
We managed to cover all this.
42 minutes.
Sound out the movie.
Thank you, everybody in the chat for sticking with us. Thank you, everybody in the chat who's been enjoying like the stream. Thanks for engaging.
The fact we have 34 people watching is impressive.
Especially this late in the day. This was a big one. I have been exhausted all weekend trying to keep up with all this news because I was like, I gotta keep up.
It was super panic for me because I watched Deadpool Wolverine on Friday, and then I come out. I went to a 12 o'clock showing. Then I come out. Then I look at my phone. All the comic news like, oh god,
yeah,
go like catch up.
I had to go to Deadpool Wolverine Sunday afternoon just because of timing with family and stuff. But I'm glad I did because most of the Comic-Con news was over before I had to go I could just go enjoy Deadpool. I will say the trickiest thing is that reporting on stuff is not as good as it used to be because of the rise of social media. So like the Marvel, you guys noticed, I pulled up Marvel.com for all the Marvel Comics news, and each series announcement had its own page. Love that. Super easy. DC didn't have that. So I kept pulling up like DCU World's tweets. But then that also meant that I had to keep on it. Because if I lost any tweets, I was like the Ghostbusters, right? Like I had to go looking for the Ghostbusters.
For me, it was the actually Figures Hoshina. I missed out out on that figure because
that was announced like 2 hours before Comic-Con opened. Oh, also shout out to Ultraman Connection because all their stuff, Ultraman Connection had all the news from their panels. I didn't have to worry about that either. But I gotta say,
actually pretty good.
I gotta say, as a whole, Marvel Legends won the toy reveals just hands down. They really did. Jada comes in a very close second.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And I think it's because Jada's always great, and they're still great, whereas Marvel Legends felt like it was a big comeback. I think that media-wise, Marvel did much better in the media presentations than DC did for film and TV, because the DC stuff just kind of felt like updates on things we already knew, right? Whereas Marvel was like, we're going to announce the weirdest casting of all time.
Yeah, but one has My Adventure Superman, so that has a massive advantage for me.
It's true, but I thought there may have been something more about the Batman too at the Penguin panel. So there's a lot of stuff. It was just a packed Comic-Con. It felt like Comic-Con was back though, because it
I'm
hasn't
honestly
really
surprised-
been this strong.
yeah.
I'm honestly surprised there weren't any DC animated news, honestly, in terms of the
Yeah.
DC animated movies.
I'm actually glad there wasn't any DC animated movie news, because maybe they did die. Maybe I got my wish. But I gotta say, it was tricky keeping up with all of it. Oh yeah, Jeremy Carr mentioned no Sentai Rider Blu-rays. Yeah, I didn't expect
Not
any.
surprised. Hey, we got Ultraman.
We got Ultraman. We got Blazar. Blazar's like even Blazar. The time between Blazar's ending and its Blu-ray release will be shorter than Geetz's window.
And it'll be cheaper also.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh my
Most
goodness,
likely.
I forgot Geeks. Yeah,
Yeah,
forgot Geeks.
I soon I got that set.
I still haven't bought the Geetz set. Every time I go to do it, like Amazon Prime Day had it for like less than $60, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna Hasbro. Like that's been the thing.
Hasbro's that meme with a guy pointing to his hand for money.
Yep.
Also,
Basically.
PSSA for people, support your voice actors. There's a video game strike going on right now.
Yes. I don't think they've
Oh, yeah,
called
that's right,
for a
that's right.
boycott of streaming games, I believe. I think they're just saying, like, support us, but don't, like, don't cut off. I think there was, like, a thing about content creators. Like, you're still supporting you don't have to stop streaming to still support the strike. Like, they just want you to talk about it, basically.
Yeah. Hey, Moopsy. Moopsy. So, Moopsy, what's on the schedule for this week on the channel?
Moopsy. Moopsy. Okay, anyways, so Moopsy says, this week on the channel is going to be, you're still getting a full set of videos this week. There just won't be a stream next week. I'm going to be out of town starting Wednesday, so don't expect me to respond to messages, because I'm going to be going to a convention. I just went from covering a convention to going to one.
I didn't see Cal posting the stream chat.
Yeah,
I see this. Okay.
I said that's them to you all the time.
Oh my god, this literally is. Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. Hold on. Hang on, where's my other
Like
window?
I said.
Oh, that's
So
weird.
yeah,
I wasn't on the right window. But anyways, there's going to be videos this week. I forgot what they are, to be totally honest. Going through all the Comic-Con news made me forget, like, what we're doing here.
Well, Cass, what do you do
it is.
tomorrow?
Well, I'm gonna be Hasbro and no, no. There you go. There's Hasbro to sound out.
Yep. That's perfect. Oh, Kyle says they're going to do Discotek recap in 2 weeks. Yes, we will still cover, like, still the news that'll come out over this week and next week. And so, what is it? I'm not going to be streaming the 5th, but I'll stream the 12th, and then we'll talk about Discotek then. Because, I don't even know if I can watch Discotek live, because it's happening at 4 p.m. Vegas time.
we had to play charades for you to just tell you what happens.
Yeah, because I don't know what I'm doing at that time.
Is Monday gonna have a video instead of a stream?
No,
or
I'm not
no?
gonna do anything.
It's just gonna be a blank. Let's hope YouTube doesn't kill you.
It's just gonna be a blank, because like when I've replaced a stream with a video, YouTube's like, "That's weird. Why'd you do that?"
I'll tell YouTube doesn't kill you for not streaming that day.
I think I'll be fine. I just. Like, that 1 week I couldn't stream on a Monday and I streamed on a Wednesday was just to make up for the lack of a stream. I'm just not going to stream. I don't think...
I mean, besides Discotek, it's probably going to be Baron. Probably.
Probably. I just don't feel like I can't get myself to make another video this week. It's already hard enough. I was working ahead on videos while trying to gather all the Comic-Con news. I was very tired on Saturday.
I know.
Falcon Sec reminds me, yes. One of the videos is about Hasbro's date system and their release dates. That's Friday's video. So, Kaus, what are we doing tomorrow?
Well, we're gonna be playing some KOF and maybe some Tekken.
I mean, hey, there was one fighting game news Comic-Con.
There was. What was it?
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. That's right.
Yep.
Shows how much I've fallen off of Mortal Kombat.
By the way, so if you want to talk with Soundout more, tomorrow's the time to do it on twitch.tv/FighterCows, because like Soundout said, he ain't gonna be streaming next.
Oh yeah, there's also Sparking Zero trailer tomorrow, so that's also
nice.
Yeah. So
cool.
you want to talk to me tomorrow? We'll be talking tomorrow.
And you can follow me at Darko643 on YouTube and Twitter. I do art commission on one of you see this very channel. I made a template for this thumbnail for this week. You want anything? Feel free to DM me on either Twitter or the Sound Disco protocol in the link in the description below.
I just remembered what this week's videos are.
What's Wednesday? Because we know Fridays. What's Wednesday?
Wednesdays will be either Discotek July Blu-rays or the Ultraman Taiga Blu-ray, depending on what shows up in the mail tomorrow.
Yeah.
Both are scheduled for tomorrow, and I will definitely push Taiga over the Discotek stuff. But Taiga hasn't shipped yet.
Please call the return of the Mill Creek Ultraman
That's
Blu-rays.
the plan. I already filmed half the Taiga video. I did all the part I didn't need the Blu-ray for. So, yeah, I'm tired. We're gonna call it a stream. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. There will be a reminder post that'll go up on the channel in case you're like, "Where's the stream?" Like, I'll put a reminder out. But
is that our Cows hijacks your channel?
I mean, one or other.
If you want.
If you want. I don't want to have you do extra work. Moopsie. And on that note, Moopsie.